last part of the sentence there.
I love how it's like
What?
you're not scheduled to go live for another 40 minutes.
Well, we're going
You can go
live,
if you
pal.
want. Yeah, no shit.
Hey,
I have the power. I do what I want.
I am the captain.
I'm the captain now.
That's how all this started.
I'll have to go back and see where you're at in WCW and see if I can find an episode I didn't absolutely hate recording of Return to Wrestling that I can come on and, or
So
maybe
the
I
next,
just.
Let me see here. The next available one would be Halloween Havoc '96.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Fall Brawl 2 before that, and then but
Okay.
then also if you want to do Halloween Havoc, you can do that as well.
I think I do love me a good Halloween Havoc.
All right, well, I'll put you down. I'll just put you down tentatively, as the kids say. Well, that one's actually pretty soon after the ROH one, so maybe we'll do one after. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out offline. You know what I'm saying, doggy.
Yeah, nobody watches the pre-shows anyway.
World War III, huh?
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, buddy. 3 rings, no good things happening.
No, I'm glad I never have to watch another WCW show.
Oh, we'll figure something out.
How?
To be fair,
No.
you did come on for the literal worst show that ever happened.
You were telling me that was the worst probably show you've watched.
Oh, it
in
still
your
is.
200 episodes.
Yeah, Uncensored 95. It's a diarrhea bucket.
Oh man.
Was that when you had COVID or when I had COVID? Or was that another show we did?
I might have been sick, but I don't think I had COVID at that point.
So you're doing Ruthless Aggression, right?
Yeah.
When you finish that, you should replace Ruthless Aggression with 99 to 2000 WCW.
Well, I'm getting that. That's all a part of the other timeline that I have going on. So I'll get there eventually.
Well, I feel like the Monday Night Wars are over at that point.
No, there's still it's still a war. One side might be in the trenches in a pile, like buried underneath rubble, but it's still a war going on until the until the Treaty of Versailles gets signed. You know, I don't know what it was.
Because I'd love Katie because she doesn't want to do like 96 WCW shit like that. When you get into 98, Katie, it's really actually good. Like Slamboree 98, which we're covering tomorrow, fucking fantastic, great show. However, I want to see Katie cover like Mayhem 2000.
I don't even know what
that means. Let's see. When do I have Mayhem 2000 scheduled? Let's see.
Oh, wait.
2026.
Okay.
When are you doing the next Rumble? Because remember we talked about doing Smash or Pass because we didn't do it the last time.
No, we could do that. Well, for Mayhem 2000, I currently have scheduled for March 26, 2031. So if you're down for that, if I'm even still doing this shit at this point or at that point,
I love that you scheduled that far out. I have not.
Hey man, I just take all the shows, I put them in a old spreadsheet ski, and just let it roll.
Honestly, so Return to Wrestling, their run in WCW is probably going to be ending here pretty soon. I think Travis only wants to go until WCW starts losing to the WWF.
Yeah.
And we're in 98. So then we're going to switch over to Attitude Era WWF, I think starting in probably 96 and work our way through.
Yeah. That'll be a more fun time, I think.
What would you guys do in the event you guys finish Attitude Era content? What would be next after that? ECW?
I've tried to talk. My goal is to get Travis to go and watch through NXT from their first pay-per-view forward.
That'd be fun.
From Arrival?
He didn't watch any of that shit.
Arrival? Onward?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be so fun. I'd pay my hard-earned dollar to see that. That I'd rather see. I'd rather see that.
What link would you go to if you wanted to give your hard-earned dollars to that, Vince?
I don't think there's any links I wouldn't go to give Travis my money.
Maybe patreon.com/Creation World. Vince, maybe that one. Would that be the link you go to pay your hard-earned dollar?
AdamandEve.com/Creation World, at least.
Yeah,
maybe.
There you go. That's the one.
AdamandEve.creationworld.com.
Oh, suck my ass.
Promo code erotica. I really would. I can't wait.
You don't want to.
Gross.
I do bidet though, so maybe you do.
Did you happen to catch Deadline tonight, Kyle?
I did.
Pretty big.
Good.
I'm the only one that has.
Right?
You did not watch Deadline?
I was too busy playing Spider-Man, and then I realized, oh fuck, it's 7:40. I turn on my television screen and I see Dragon Lee lifting up the North American title. I'm like, well, fuck my evening. It all went downhill from there.
What do you mean? The night was just beginning.
It all went downhill from there.
I mean, he's the third greatest mass wrestler of all time behind Sheamus and Rey Mysterio, right?
Yep.
Who, Dragon Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the top 10, but he's not number 3. Rey Mysterio's not even number 2.
Listen, he's Rey Mysterio.
Who's number 2?
Let's do your top 10 here.
Okay. Oh, number 1 obviously is Sheamus.
Obviously.
Okay. Number 2 would be CM Punk.
Oh, that's a good one.
Number 3 is Cody Rhodes.
Of course.
Yeah, undashing Cody Rhodes. Number 4 would be Rey Mysterio. He's in the
Really?
Mount Rushmore.
Because I would have had Trish Stratus at number 4.
Trish Stratus gets in there at number 5, but I'm a little biased because she's not Mexican and Rey Mysterio is. So she only gets.
You have him underneath 3 people who are not Mexican.
I felt like I have to have one Mexican in the top 4 Mount Rushmore, or else I might lose my citizenship. So. So that's I don't have Canadian citizenship, but if I did, then then maybe Trish gets in. So number 6, I think you can give it to you can probably give it to Dragon Lee at that point. No, you know what? Pentagon Jr. is number 6. Yeah, Dragon Lee would be number 7. Number 8 would be
FedEx.
Ray FedEx isn't in the top 10.
Penta El Cerro Miedo. Is he in there?
Yeah,
Pentagon Dark.
Pentagon Jr., Penta El Cerro Miedo, Pentagon Dark.
That's
all iterations. They're in number 6. Number 7, like I said, Dragon Lee. Number 8, obviously that's gonna be Killshot, aka Swerve Strickland. So he's number 8. In case you guys,
I was thinking Kill Switch. I was like Luchasaurus.
Is Kill Switch in there?
No, unfortunately, he's not. Number 9 is Kane, and number 10 would be El Torito, obviously.
How?
Obviously.
What in the?
I mean, the fact that he's that high is kind of disrespectful, to be honest.
To El Torito?
Yeah,
you
should be at least. He needs to be top 5, I think.
Okay. Okay, you know what? You know what? Bump Rey Mysterio down 1, and then El Torito jumps everyone. He's in the top 4.
Vince.
Yes.
I was like, what is he?
Why is that his face?
Because he's mad he's not in my top 10. That's why.
He looks like you just caught him peeing at a urinal or something.
How is the greatest wrestler of all time not on the list of greatest mass wrestlers of all time? I'm just saying.
Sheamus is number 1. What are you talking about? Did I not say Sheamus number 1?
We're still doing this, huh?
He's trying real hard.
Oh man,
I admire
it. The gimmick died when he didn't even draft Sheamus for his roster. He had 30 opportunities and did not take a single one.
Not 30. We can run it back and take a crack at the opportunities. Honestly, like if you can get the MVP of the entire wrestling community, the wrestling world at like number 13, we take it. But the cards weren't in my favor. It's why I took Adam Cole when we did our draft on Straight Talk, when we did the AEW draft.
No, it's because you're a scumbag.
Yeah, because he took Sheamus, and then you keep taking all my Latinos the draft before that. So,
which one of you guys is going to run the intro?
I'll just hum it. I'll do it a cappella.
Yeah, go.
Acapella style. Acapella Kyle.
Please don't make me do that.
No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin It Raw Podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Mad Ritter, and I am here this week with my co-host. She is host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, and Story Time with Miss Katie Kinzy, baby.
Yeehaw, bitch.
Vince, this is where I introduce you, so shut the fuck up. He is the Salted of Spitter Swallow, the Pornhub Poppy, Daddy Delgado, my friend Vince.
Daddy's home.
And ladies and gentlemen, returning after a long hiatus, he is host of the Apron Bump. He is the hardest part of the ring. He is the Birdman. He is the prettiest Kyle.
Hi. Thank you.
Pretty bird.
The Bird thing. My wife is a year into having the last name Bird, and she is still just having too much fun with it. It's nauseating. The puns are just they fly out of her, right? Because birds have wings. They have wings.
Listen, I know
Like-
about puns.
I know.
She ever just grab you pre-coitus and talk about a bird in the hand worth two in the bush?
If she had, I mean, she hasn't said it out loud, but maybe that's what she thinks.
Next time she does, you should say that to her. Just look her dead in the eyes and be like, a bird in the hand's worth two in your bush.
I'm gonna cite that you said it, and then she's just gonna
Hate me even more than she
Smack
already
you.
does.
yeah. No, she'll yeah. That'll be all she needs, I think. By the way, she's not here, and I know that it seems like she's not here every time that I do this. And I swear I don't kick her out for doing this, but maybe she runs
No,
away.
it's just you tell her, hey, I'm going to do that show with that Matt Ritter guy. And she's like, fuck that. I'm going to go out. Have a good night.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of an unspoken thing, I suppose, but it is what it is.
She's just hanging out with Charlie in the basement. They're just playing video games.
Yeah, they're both handcuffs. They got a sandwich.
Between her and Jay from Gacho, like people tend to avoid you. Specific people tend to avoid you.
I was going to say, but you also
Wow.
say that everyone wants to work with me. So, like, you need to get your story straight, Vince. You can't have this isn't a bird in hands worth two in the bush situation.
That's a really good point, actually.
Yeah. Fair
Oh
point.
my
Fair
God.
point. Touche.
I want to thank everyone that's joining us live, whether you're watching us over at twitch.tv/Creation World, where it is free to follow us, where if you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming. And if you have Prime Gaming, you can link that to your Amazon Prime account and your Twitch account and get a free sub on Twitch every single month, which means that you guys can show us your support over here at Smackin It Raw and Creation World. You guys can also go support Katie over there. One of these days, I'll figure out how to point on this fucking screen at the She Lead Showcase. It costs you guys absolutely nothing. I say it every time. It's Christmas time. It's that season. Everyone's ordering off Amazon. So you're probably already paying for your Amazon Prime subscription. So if you have that, just go make the quick connect between that and your Twitch account, and it costs you nothing. You're already paying for the Prime account. You get that free sub. Throw it our way. Show us a little support. Help us out. You guys can also follow us at youtube.com/Creation World, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm helps find new listeners.
That is correct. And Kyle, what am I?
Handsome?
Vince, what am I?
A whore.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. I am a whore. I am a whore for your likes, your comments, your views, your listens, all of that. We are here to entertain you. I spit and swallow every week on Pornhub to entertain you. And if I can entertain you, I guarantee I can entertain your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your stepbrother, your stepsister, your stepfather, your stepmother, your grandma, your aunts, your uncle, your best friend, your best friend's parents, your best friend's girlfriend, your best friend's girlfriend's boyfriend. All of them could be entertained by me. Your bully, who is also being entertained by your mom. I'm here to entertain everyone. So, with that being said, share me with everyone, like the whore that I am, so that they can all experience the same joy you do listening to me. And YouTube is a great way to do that. While you're doing that, you can flick that bean, hit that notification bell up top, get notified every time we go live, Monday through Friday for the Creation Conversation, Saturdays at 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern, except for tonight. Raw. There we go. 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern, except for tonight. We went live a little bit early for Smackin It Raw, and every other Sunday for Getting Offed. With all that said, Katie, it's your turn. News and rumors.
It's my turn. Okay. Sorry, I feel like a sneeze just like sitting right here, and it's
Just let it out. Let it out.
Spit it out.
Directly into the mic. ASMR.
I want to see the snot fly.
No, stop.
People making money for that.
No, this podcast is free.
News and rumors, Katie. Catherine, please, if you will.
Pretty good. Calm down. Okay, there's a lot, so I'll do as much as I can here. Katie Kinzy. Yeah, that's me. Okada will be a free agent in 2024. Matt's favorite person, Katsukuchi Uganda.
Thank you.
Will you still
Will be
be
a free
calling him
agent.
that if he signs with WWE?
He won't, so yes.
Well, he will be at one of the TNA shows in January, but he's not like signed, so he's just gonna be there. I mean, he was on TNA before, so I don't know.
Okato.
Oh god. Speaking of TNA, they did sign Trent Seven, so we aren't getting British Strong Style again
Sad.
in NXT or main roster.
Maybe one day.
Mustache.
Mustache.
One day.
British Chris Hero can go to TNA. It's fine.
British Chris Hero.
That's a new one. I like that.
I mean, it's kind of true. Let's talk about trademarks for a second here. Yeet. Right? We know that.
Kyle's favorite saying.
Fuck
Kyle's
you.
favorite saying. Yeet this, yeet that. Well, earlier this week, there was a lot of talks of trademarks with said word, and some indie wrestler named Casey Huffman, some little white boy, had that trademarked with the ugliest fucking merch possible. But today, mark it down, Jey Uso put on Instagram wearing the shirt saying it's back. So they must have wheeled and dealed some shit to get the trademark back. I do not have more information on the subject, but I mean, billion-dollar company, indie wrestler.
Well, I think because when Triple H showed up at Randy Orton's house with a sledgehammer, I think that's what he did. Was it Casey Huffman to this fella?
Yeah.
This person. I think that's what happened. I think Triple H put his sledgehammer right on his cheek and was like, "Hey, listen, you know what I mean?" Or however he talks.
Yeah.
You know how the rest goes.
Listen,
That's pretty good. World's fastest Triple H impression.
Paul Levesque is in the room. Nobody move. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. Like I said, it just happened today whilst deadline was on. Ken Shamrock signed a new WWE deal, but it's he's not wrestling. It's literally just to sell fucking merch. No one get alarmed.
Oh, he's gonna wrestle.
Well, maybe.
does he have like the world's most dangerous energy drink or some shit that they got to promote?
No, it's just t-shirts, not some shitty energy drink by some creepy ass old fucking man.
What do you think his energy drink would be called? I guess world's most dangerous energy drink. I guess.
That's literally.
Yeah, you said.
Almost.
I remember from before.
The wheels are turning down there for him. He's doing great, folks.
could call it the Shamrock
WWE. Oh,
That's fun. Isn't that that's a McDonald's drink? I think. Here, I'll look it up.
I mean,
like
McDonald's. I mean, who knows? WWE is no longer producing physical content, i.e., DVDs. The last DVD that they will be selling in the US will be Survivor Series from this year. In the UK, I didn't write down. I don't remember which one that is. But yeah, no more DVDs, no more VHSs, no more don't try this at home kind of shit.
So here's the issue with that, because I found this out recently. I've shared my digital library with a couple people, and apparently when you buy digital media versus physical media, you don't actually own the digital media.
Mm-hmm.
You are only essentially renting it until the licensing agreement runs out, and once that happens, that digital media that you purchase can just disappear. which is why I'm still very much a physical media person, even if I'm not popping in the Blu-rays and the 4Ks and watching them.
Yeah.
Should that happen and I lose access to that shit, I still have it and I have the option to do that. So that's a little disappointing to hear that WWE is getting away from physical media, because they change their licensing agreements once every fucking 5 years, and who knows where I'm going to be able to watch their shit or find it, and
Yeah,
It'll
sucks.
always be somewhere.
I have so many of like the old VHS tapes and like the DVDs. Like I'll get like one of like the newest DVDs for Christmas like every year. I still have a collection, but like
Really?
the
So
fuck?
you still currently buy the DVDs?
No. Fuck no.
When was the last DVD that you guys bought from wrestling?
Ironically, I think it was the CM Punk DVD set with
The Best in the World documentary?
Yeah, the documentary. If not that, it
25
was
years
the
of The
Eddie
Undertaker.
Guerrero one.
25 years of The Undertaker? That's pretty
Mhm.
recent, right? Wait,
Not
When
that
was that?
recent.
it's like 2016, right? 2015?
like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because didn't he have like 30-year celebration like a year or two ago?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
there
don't
you
know.
go.
I mean the best DVD is the Triple H That Damn Good DVD. I'm just saying. It's
Was it 20
one of the
maybe
best
it was
DVDs.
20 maybe it was 20 years of The Undertaker. Let me
It shows
see.
his return at the
I got the 20
Guardian.
years of The Undertaker. Wait, is it 20 years? Hold on, let me.
He said, "Hold on a minute." Show the
history of-
fries.
The history of The Undertaker is the one that I have. This one.
Ooh,
Yep.
Tombstone,
Matthew?
the history
Yeah.
of The Undertaker. Yeah.
This one, Matt?
Mhm.
Get your beady
That is
little
the one.
eyes on this camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the same thing here.
Okay.
So yes,
Get
that
your
one.
beady
That is the
little
last
eyes
one that I
around.
bought.
Well,
Yeah. So
yeah. So.
Jesus
cute.
says
Yeah.
NXT from Secret to Sensation 3-disc set. Didn't even
That's
knew they
made
had
up.
that.
That sounds like a porn parody of NXT.
I really thought it was for a second. That's kind of weird.
That's a
It
that's a
might be.
good name for a title. Secret to Sensation.
Ow.
I'll show you a secret sensation.
Okay. Anyways,
Is it your
TNA.
penis?
No. Hey.
Oh, so from secret sensations to tits and ass. Let's go.
Tits and ass. Yeah. Tits and Ass will be streaming with Endeavor. Y'all know who Endeavor is, the parent company of WWE.
Daddy.
So it's gonna start January 5th, and it's gonna be like TNAWrestling.com or something, and then they're gonna have the TNA Plus app. It's like $9.99 a month, but you don't get their, what did they say? Like 4 tent pole events. I don't fucking know what that means. Or you can pay $95.99 a year with the 4 tent, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I was reading it, and
So that would
nothing
be
really
like
makes sense.
Slammiversary,
Bound for Glory. Lockdown, maybe?
Lockdown would be
Death
one.
Before Dishonor.
That's Ring of Honor.
That's Ring of Honor.
that's Ring of Honor.
They're all the same.
Close.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
That's all pay-per-views that we don't watch, so who cares? Yeah, so that's a thing. Oh, this is fun. Twisted Metal Season 2 has been announced.
Hmm.
You guys are more
They
excited
announced-
for that.
They announced it at the Game Awards, but you know, our man Samoan Joe,
Joey Samoa.
the best Joey Samoa, best character probably in the fucking show. So fucking excited! I didn't see like when they were gonna start shooting it or anything, but so excited! It was a great
One of my
time.
favorite things I've made you guys watch. Vince, until you've seen Samoa Joe in a clown mask molest Black Captain America to Cisco's song.
That's
You have
all
not
I've seen of that show, and I don't know why I haven't followed up with it.
Oh my god, the whole
Show.
show is fucking hysterical.
The whole show is Samoa Joe raping Captain America.
No, not the whole show.
Oh,
After
that
that, they become
part.
really good friends.
Yeah, they become homies.
well, that's a good icebreaker, I guess.
Yeah, what a time. And then
Oh,
the
man.
last thing I have, because this has been going on too fucking long. Andrade might be leaving AEW once his contract expires, which is probably very, very soon. And
Hopefully.
he's probably gonna go back to WWE. a lot.
And join Santos and form LWO Wolfpack.
Hell yeah.
As long as, and I say it whenever people get released or leave their
Muy
contracts,
dulce.
as long as they're happy. I don't care. He hasn't been happy backstage for a while in AEW, so maybe he'll be happy once he can leave and go back to Pop H.
What's a Mexican wolf? Like
Lobo.
well,
The
no,
werewolves
like,
in NXT.
Well, now it makes sense for them to be in there, I guess.
Yeah. Now you're on board.
I see.
I'm not on board, but it's like I'm not gonna keep arguing that every single week.
Because it's
That's
true.
no
You can admit it.
fun.
No.
You can just admit you're wrong. And I'm
No,
wrong.
no.
Honestly, Vince, you have two choices. It's either werewolf claws or rabid Wolverine claws. Which one would you rather have?
Neither.
Choose wisely.
Neither.
That's not a choice.
It's my
All
choice.
right, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know what we're here for. We're here to spit and swallow the week in wrestling, as well as smash or pass a pay-per-view that Vince did not watch, but luckily Kyle did. So Vince can hear the results and be like, maybe I'll go back and watch it, maybe not. But we are going to start with our week in wrestling this time because Deadline was fun, but it's not as pressing as Survivor Series was. So,
Yeah.
Kyle, you are our guest. Please kick us off. Spit or swallow.
I'm gonna spit Lexus King's stupid ass cornrows. How about that? What are we doing here? I hope it's like his intent to be the biggest cornball that exists in the world. The beard is brutal. I don't even know. Like it's impressive how straight it is.
Beard.
It looks like it's drawn on with a magic marker.
It is. It's what Hogan used to do.
And then he looks like his hair looks like Kane when he first unmasked. Like it's just it's ragged, it's dumb. He kind of looks like a little girl, and I don't know. And the match didn't really. That was like the one match on the show at Deadline that didn't really hit for me.
We're not there yet. We're gonna save Deadline for the end and talk about the week in wrestling prior to Deadline.
Post. I see. Well, he was on NXT, I'm sure, right? So I'm still gonna spit Lexus King in general.
Yeah, that works. And he also had like the really bad fucking shoe polish beard on.
Yeah,
it was like real dark and worse.
Maybe it'll just
Faded
progressively
vibe.
be getting more of his face as shoe polished, and then he'll get canceled and then leave.
Who knows?
Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow Psychopath Drew. Beautiful. This man is built to be a heel and just beating the absolute shit out of Sami Zayn, who is apparently taking time off. Which kind of rightfully so. He's been on TV for a fucking long time. But like Drew just fucking everybody's shit up, angry, Drew, smash, swallow, all the above.
I agree. I wrote swallow. The sword of Gryffindor strikes again. Sammy runs his mouth about Drew and his family, which is where he fucked up. Like,
It's where he
I don't understand why Sammy had to like bring Drew's family into this when he's so much bigger and sexier and kilted than Sami Zayn. But you know, to each your own. Sammy loses a match and then gets smashed in the back. So
Back shot.
What a dream come true.
Yep. Love a good back shot.
I don't think he has a kilt anymore. I think that was a babyface Drew thing.
Yeah, he came out with a kilt.
Did he come out with the kilt?
Yeah,
did.
he's still doing the kilt.
I guess he might be. Yeah.
The other
It was
week,
like-
it just came out, and it was just like, it was weird. Like he wasn't.
Yeah,
he didn't
I
have like his normal gear on, and we were just like,
He
this
Oh,
is
wasn't
we're
odd.
gonna talk
prepared.
about weird attires later. I have something.
Men in skirts has always been kind of a heel thing, unless Hulk Hogan was a heel, because then he could call you a sissy for wearing a skirt.
Hulk Hogan can suck my dick, my metaphorical dick.
Big Vito was a face though.
Metaphorical.
Well, technically, it wasn't a skirt; it was a full-on.
Oh,
dress.
and the headbangers were kind of baby faces too, so maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong there.
Roddy Piper, he was face for a bit.
Well, he was heel most of the time, but like
yeah, I guess.
when he was babyface, that's when Hulk Hogan was calling him a sissy for wearing a skirt.
The skirt kilt theory isn't really adding up now, man. Skirt.
Anyway, Vince, spit or swallow?
Last week I waited till the end. This time I'm gonna start with it. I'm still only CM Punk on SmackDown, man. It was like the best thing on the fucking show. He came out. He actually had a full 10-minute segment, like with like entrance and like promo included. It didn't run too long. He said a lot of key things there. The main thing saying that almost everyone's happy to see him except for that one person. We're not going to talk about him through some shots at his way. The biggest line there was when he was referencing maybe fighting or teaming with Kevin Owens, but he's not really sure because does he really want to team with someone or fight someone that goes around punching people backstage? Doing a little like wink, nod, jab to like the whole brawl out situation with AEW. He also made his intentions clear that he's also still got his eyes open on Roman Reigns, talking about he does acknowledge him, but he also wants to remind him that he was the OG Paul Heyman guy, and then Paul Heyman used to be his wise man before that. He also talked about Cody for a bit, but the main crux of the story was that he wants to finish his story, which is the main event WrestleMania. And the key point here is that main eventing WrestleMania is the end story, not necessarily the title, not necessarily winning his main event match. He just needs to get there. So that's his whole thing. And obviously the backstage interactions that he had with Kevin Owens, him almost like knocking on the Bloodline's door, on their locker room door, but unlike EVPs, he knows better than to barge into people's locker rooms. So then he also had a conversation interaction with Cody, which I liked, which now leads with some tension there where like Cody was talking about how like, hey man, it sounds like to complete your story you got to win the Rumble. That's interesting because Cody wants to win the Rumble as well.
No, he doesn't.
Cody wants to win the Rumble too. Come on.
No, he doesn't.
Anyways,
I'm sure he wants to.
He also had a small little like interaction with Randy Orton in LA Knight. I thought that was cool too. But yeah, Monday night on Raw, I'm going to be tuning in because we're going to find out where he signs, whether that's Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. But yeah, CM Punk on my TV screen in 2023 in WWE programming is a big hard swallow.
So I wasn't here last week, and a lot of people shit on CM Punk's first WWE promo, and they were all like, well, he didn't say anything about AEW. And so he comes out and he does this whole thing, and he's like, listen, guys, I heard the criticism. I heard what everyone said. And I feel like some people don't like remember who the fuck CM Punk is because the whole like, do you guys want to see me sign with Raw? Do you want to see me be a SmackDown? Like it all sounded very sarcastic as if he was making fun of that whole idea that everyone comes out and does, which I appreciated because that is very much the CM Punk thing to do. Where a lot of people saw, they're like, oh, he's just doing the cheesy WWE bullshit. And it's like, no, he's making fun of the cheesy WWE bullshit. He did it the entire promo. And then he did exactly what everyone wanted. And he said, you can't just go around punching people in the face in 2023 backstage. Like, and played up that whole thing. That was all fun. He's fielding offers. NXT is very interesting. We'll talk more about that later.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I enjoyed the whole fucking thing, and I am very happy with CM Punk in WWE 2023.
What is it when you like come it like passing forth to come in each other's
snowballing?
Snowball. The common thread here until WrestleMania is going to be Matt and I snowballing CM Punk in our mouths every single episode.
I'm going to clip that and send it to him.
He'll be so excited.
Yeah. You will never be allowed within 50 feet of that man again. But
I live by where he lives.
I know that's wrong.
I feel like CM Punk has like discolored semen. Like it's like yellow a little bit. The straight edge is
just
Pepsi and kale or whatever straight edge people eat.
I think straight edge people still eat meat. That's vegan.
No, I think they're like aliens. I don't think they really eat human
As
food.
a former straight edge head, no, our diet is not the issue except for alcohol and like drugs and tobacco.
It's a gateway drug.
This is like, I refrain from every vice except for the meat sticks.
What's up?
Sure. Sure.
No, I enjoyed all of it. I think the Cody thing's fun because obviously Cody did declare for the Rumble like a month early. Now
2
CM Punk
months
is pretty
early.
much declared for the Rumble as well. So that's going to be, you talked about it. The best thing in Royal Rumbles, Kyle, we talked about it in your Discord, is stories, whether it's in the Rumble or leading up to the Rumble. So this issue between CM Punk and Cody and who's going to win and who's going to go on to Mania and who's going to finish their story or get what they want is going to be a key factor leading into the Royal Rumble, and it should be fun and play out really well in the match between those two. So I'm all about it.
Yeah, I mean, we still got like almost 2 months till the Rumble, so we got plenty of time to. They're just planting seeds at this point. CM Punk is just running around that farm, just planting his seed everywhere. So
I clipped that too.
That's what he's doing. He's got a tomato here, a watermelon here. Eventually, he'll just have a big old fruit basket, which will be the Royal Rumble, and then. I lost the metaphor. I'm sorry.
No, they're not.
Now
They're
that
not
you've lost the
Right.
metaphor, Kyle, spit or swallow.
So while we're talking, Vince brought up Cody briefly. The Cody Shinsuke deal, I'll give that a big old swallow ski. I do really enjoy the logic of the story there, how Shinsuke kind of had a similar story, 7 years ago, when he won the Rumble and then he failed, but he was never able to finish his story. So now he's kind of just backpacking off of Cody. Like, all right, now it's my time. I'm going to take your story. I'm going to read this book, and then I'm going to throw your book away, or whatever the hell he said in Japanese. So I think that's great. Just a good, fun, on the way to Royal Rumble story. I'm sure Shinsuke will be in the Rumble as well, so it'll play into that. And I think it's just fun stuff. Shinsuke on my screen. I mean, you see the big guy up there. So always a swallow for me.
Same.
We need something for Cody to do leading into the issues with Roman Reigns if we ever get there, whether it's through the Rumble or through the Elimination Chamber or however. We got to keep Cody doing something, keep him fresh. I hate to see it be at the expense of Shinsuke Nakamura because I love Shinsuke and I was kind of hoping he'd beat Seth and that didn't happen. I'd like to see him get one, but it'll be some good shit. They'll put on a hell of a match.
Depending on how many rounds they go with Cody versus Shinsuke.
12 rounds.
Yeah, 12 rounds. Because they're going to have a match on Monday Night Raw. So the first match is going to be on Raw. So they're not going to have a match at the Rumble. There's also a Saudi show before the Rumble. Actually, no, never mind. We disproved that on Get Show. Never mind. But
yeah, there's not a Saudi show till after Mania.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think they should run it back. I don't think it hurts Cody at all if he takes that L to Shinsuke, especially if it's through shenanigans,
Mist.
It doesn't
Black
hurt
mist,
him, it just
perhaps.
sucks for Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Well, if Shinsuke got the win over Cody, which I think is a reasonable outcome, no titles on the line or anything, why not just have Shinsuke knee his stupid blonde face off?
I mean, everyone's saying Cody needs adversity. He's never had any adversity. How can it losing?
Cody needs to start the Rumble because if Cody comes out at 30 again this year and wins the Rumble, I'm not going to be rooting for Cody.
See, I disagree, and here's why I disagree. Again, Apron Bump Discord. Go check it out. Come talk and have a good time. We've been talking about Royal Rumble for the last 2 days ish, or was that just this morning? I don't remember. But anyway, it's been happening. I am tired of the start the Rumble, make it to 30. Like, we've done it too many times in recent years. I don't want to see that story of like, oh, Cody came in at number 1 and now he's got to make it to 30 again. Like, bring him in at fucking 12. Like,
I'm okay with that as long as he's not 30. Like, I
just don't want him starting the Rumble.
I don't want him to come out at the end of the Rumble and win it because he does need to struggle a bit.
I think Cody does need to come in at number 1 or 2. And normally, Matt, I would agree with you. I agree the number 1 thing has been done to death. But I think this plays into the story perfectly because I think the whole road to Mania for Cody will be that he's just having a harder road than he had last year. Because last year he came in at number 30, waltzed in and threw in the guy that had just set the record for longest tenure in a Royal Rumble, tossed a tired Gunther out of the Royal Rumble, then waltz to WrestleMania, just beating Miz's and Chad Gables or whatever the hell on Raw, undefeated, and then he loses to Roman. So I think it needs to be a struggle. He'll probably come in number 1 and then be like the last, or one of the last people eliminated, and then win the chamber. That's how I see it going.
I think it should be Gunther that actually comes in 30. They should flip that out, and Gunther should eliminate Cody if he doesn't win the Rumble. Just kind of get that comeuppance from last year.
Who's going to win the Rumble, Katie?
CM Punk, right, Katie?
Not Cody, not Punk.
Who's winning the Rumble then?
Neither of them. Cody shouldn't win 2 years in a row because that's just fucking stupid. And
didn't Austin win 2 years in a row?
Yeah, but that's Austin.
And this is Cody. What's the difference?
Whoa!
Cody doesn't need
actually a good point.
Cody doesn't need the Rumble though. Cody can win at Chamber and get that.
Yeah, he's not going to win the Rumble.
You know why he needs the Rumble? You know why he needs the Rumble? I'll make a case for why he needs to win the Rumble. Because the Chamber, depending on the situation, it's going to be for the championship or the number 1 contendership. So Cody would get for the Raw championship if the Raw people have the Chamber. So he'd get a title match against Seth or whoever the world champion is.
If he's on Raw still.
If he's on Raw still. But then you'd have to make a lot of shenanigans and a lot of finagling to get him over to SmackDown.
Hold your tits, Vicente. So if CM Punk were to win, he has a personal vendetta against Seth Rollins.
Yes.
So he would challenge Seth Rollins for the world title, leaving the only title open being the WWE Universal title of the world, Universal. So,
but that's assuming he chooses Seth and he doesn't drag this out, because he did tease stuff with Roman as well as Seth, and that would leave them a little bit wiggle room to decide what they want to do. For Cody to get over to challenge for the SmackDown title, he only, logically speaking, needs to win the Rumble to move over from Raw to SmackDown. It'd be the easiest path there, easiest road to that championship match.
Brand splits are never going to be a barrier to entry. There's no brand split, first of all, and they can just be one day like, oh, trade.
No,
bang, bang, boom.
I had a whole discourse about the brand split, how it's non-existent and drafts aren't real.
Right.
But in order for this to make sense, you're gonna have to jump through some hoops to get Cody over to SmackDown to challenge Roman if he doesn't.
He brought Jey Uso to Raw. He has that power.
How many pay-per-views do we feel like we have between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania?
It's only Elimination Chamber in between.
And Saudi shit. Oh, maybe they might add another Saudi shit. Who fucking knows? But there's usually 2, I think.
There you go.
I feel like what we can do is
Punk can win the
Rumble,
Chamber.
chooses Roman, goes on to SmackDown, and leaves the world title number 1 contendership match in the Chamber with Punk could win. Anyway, I feel like we could do something with the Royal Rumble where the winner kind of wins on some fuck shit. So then they take the last guys that were in the ring and put them in the Chamber. And then the winner will face the champion that the winner of the Rumble doesn't choose. And then Cody can wrestle that guy because he wants Roman. And winner gets Roman, loser gets Seth. I don't know. That would kind of suck for Seth if loser got Seth as a consolation prize, but we'll figure something out.
It's either Punk or Cody that are winning the Rumble. There's no in between.
It could be Gunther. I think Gunther has that.
Gunther is Gunther is the third option. Gunther can win the Rumble and then challenge Seth, because I don't think he challenged Roman.
So that was Kyle talking about Cody and Shinsuke. Katie's gonna swallow.
Yeah, we're gonna go out there. I'm gonna swallow the what do they call it? Last chance fatal 4-way for the women on NXT with Fallon Henley winning. Yeehaw, bitch. And the whole press conference thing they had after with all 5 of them was so fun. I also just love that NXT does their nameplates. Everybody's is different. Specifically, all the women's are specific to their character, and it's very cool, and it's a little detail that I love. But Fallon getting that win was huge because Roxanne's been in the match. Everyone who went into the Iron Survivor was never in it. for both the men and the women, which was cool. But this was like Fallon's like startup again. Like she had the tag titles earlier in the year, apparently. So she had a little bit of a break, and now we're starting Fallon back up, and I think that's what she deserves.
I fucking love Fallon Henley for a lot of reasons. Yeehaw bitch is just one of them. No, I enjoyed the shit out of that. Also, I really enjoyed the fact that we got to see Priscilla Presley versus Lola Vice. With all that, that was fun.
Priscilla, who?
I'm sorry.
Tatum Paxley.
Yeah, not Priscilla Presley. That's
Priscilla
Kelly. Priscilla Kelly.
Kelly, yeah, that one. The one that
Gigi
she
Dolan.
pretty much is ripping off. So no, Tatum Paxley doing her crazy stalker Lyra thing and challenging Lola because of all the backstage stuff after all that shit was fun. Enjoyed the shit out of that.
Oh yeah, just the women on NXT killing it as always.
As always.
Yeah.
Vince, spit or swallow.
From the highest moment of my wrestling week to my lowest moment of the wrestling week, I'm gonna spit Wesley getting injured. Literally days before his North American title match. I was hoping it would be like a Mark Henry work initially, just to get Dominic out there and attack him, get the jump on him, yada yada. But it's legit. He's gonna be out, I think, if I'm not mistaken, with an injured back for about 8 to 12 months.
Yep.
More or less. So that sucks for Wes. I still very much love Wesley. I've liked them ever since his Rascal days, that Rascal hit him. But, injuries are part of the business, but still a spit for me. It's my biggest spit of the week. The curse of Riddle caught up to Wesley, unfortunately.
He's probably still hanging out with Matt Riddle outside of WWE, and that's the second back that Matt Riddle's broken by association. So,
wow.
I think it just had a longer effect to get to Wes.
I mean, you do remember, like, Wes went through a lot of shit right after he lost his tag team partner and all of that, and that was part of the curse of Riddle. So he was already affected by it.
Oh, yeah.
So now he's probably on Matt Riddle's OnlyFans page, like holding his cock or something for him, and slipped and broke his back on some lube or suntan.
So that's
lotion.
how
I don't know.
I was gonna ask how he broke his back because I didn't see an injury on TV, but you're telling me that it was his OnlyFans that he just broke his back.
Yeah,
has to be. Because I didn't see anything on TV either.
Good for Matt Riddle.
I listened to Get Show. I heard you guys talk about it and how you guys were. And don't get me wrong, you never want to see anyone get injured in WWE or AEW or wrestling in general. You don't want to see that. So like that part I get. I'm not as hurt by the absence of Wesley as you guys are. He is what he is. He exists. He's cool. Not a huge fan, but I hate to see him actually injured and out.
Yeah, no, it was just the
shit.
nature of the injury. Like if it was like something like he'd be out for like 3-4 months or whatever. But like I don't know, like I kind of got caught in the moment. Like dude started tearing up, crying. Like I saw his legs shake and shit. He couldn't even like hold his own power.
Will you stop bringing up his shaking legs, please? It didn't work on Get You. It's not going to work here.
I wasn't doing it on purpose, but it's like you see that, and it's like you see the guy is hurting, like not only physically, but like emotionally and mentally, and like that's a big spit for me.
All three of his legs were shaking.
Well, 2 and then the one he was holding.
Right. Yeah. But I thought it was a good promo. Tears. I'm a sucker for tears. Love a man crying.
Yeah.
I love to make men cry.
Katie, write that down.
Want to bathe in their tears.
What exactly were we doing? Because we talked at the same time.
Love to make
men cry.
Okay.
Kyle,
Ready?
make me cry. Spit or swallow.
Ooh. Well, this might make you cry. I don't know. I'll spit Joe Gacy. Just kind of a general spit. Just it feels like they're kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing how many noodles stick to it. To him being under the ring and these like unhinged promos, it feels like there's like so many iterations of this character already, and it kind of just I don't know. I liked his initial character when his creepiness was like
Joe Wayne Gacy.
Yeah,
Joe
like
Gacy.
Yeah, like when it was like implied. Once he became like a devil, he had like the red lights behind him and the like that guy. Like he lost me, but I love just creepy Joe Wayne Gacy, and I wish he would kind of revert back to that because I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, Flannel Gacy, not a fan.
Flannel Gacy's fucking weird. Get
Yeah.
him out.
Cowboy Gacy, no, not for me.
No, I agree
Don't
100%.
like it.
Like Clown Paint and Tears, NXT, Unmarked Vans, Swerve's White Friends, you know, back when they were cool and creepy, hanging out with
Parker.
Joe Wayne
Baby
Gacy,
Lesnar.
throwing people in vans in the NXT parking lot. Like that was fun, Joe Wayne Gacy. And then he like went full cult leader and kind of lost it because his cult sucked and no one drank the Kool-Aid. And now I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but I don't care about it.
No,
Yeah.
I
No.
don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Seems like The Rock's daughter doesn't care either because she was like, oh, guess the cult's over
What
now. I'll just be
So-
the female general manager, I guess, out of nowhere.
Vince, you guys talked about it on Get Joe, and Justin's like, I didn't want to steal that because Matt tweeted it out, and I appreciate that, Justin. I love you. I don't know if you felt like I was gonna be mad at you for doing it. I wouldn't. I love you. You can talk about anything that you see me tweet at. I appreciate the shout out. However, she didn't just do it for a women's match. She did it for Carmelo Hayes too. So she's just running the whole fucking show somehow. Like, I don't get why.
So
all
she's the
like,
reason
I'm
why
just
that
gonna go
match
make matches.
happened.
Yeah.
I had no idea Lexis King versus Carmelo was happening until I saw someone tweet about it. I'm like, what?
Well, yeah, because Mello saw her making moves for the women's. He's like, yo, Ava, give me this match. It's literally what happened.
I know Kyle loves the
Dwayne's-
sound of a can cracking on podcast.
What you got? Was that a Welch's that you had?
Dr. Pepper.
Was it
Oh.
a Welch's?
Oh,
Was
looked
that
like a Welch's grape.
sparkling juice.
Getting
I know.
crazy.
I know somewhere in Tennessee, Will is also cracking open a DP.
Is Will not going to say hi to me? Like he said hi to all three of you guys.
He did
Hold
say, he's like,
And
look
just
what
Yes,
Oh,
Kyle.
sorry. I didn't see it. I didn't mean to
Take it
rage at you,
easy.
Will.
God damn it,
All right,
compliment
Katie.
me too.
Spit or swallow.
I'm jumping all over the place now. Fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna swallow Tony Storm. I'm sorry, Timeless Tony Storm and Sky Blue. And listen, as I love me some old movies. Every Christmas I watch Meet Me in St. Louis, and I have it recorded like from Turner Classic Movies. So hearing that man introduce Tony Storm was like a little piece of my heart, and I loved it so much because he's always the one to talk about the movies and a little bit of the history before they play them on TV. It's like that was for me specifically, and I love that. And then the match itself was fucking awesome.
Hello, Stretch.
I
Fanning.
don't. Okay.
So I will read everything that you say, Stretch Fanny, but unfortunately, due to your profile picture, I will not be putting you back up on the screen.
Wait,
I'll just
sorry, I missed it. What was it?
shout you out. No,
No, you can just look
oh.
over there.
Yeah.
I can't even see the picture there, and I completely missed it. But
Stretched Fanny.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on Pornhub.
Oh,
You're
you
in the right.
found the
You
right-
are in the right place.
you are
Yeah.
home, sir.
Uh,
Just like CM Punk, you are home.
I do believe this is the third match between Tony and Sky Blue. If not, then maybe we dubbed Clash of the Cakes Sky Blue and Kira Hogan 2.0 was 2.0. I don't know. This is definitely Clash of the Cakes 3.0.
Yes, it's
Yes.
definitely 3.0. Which do you also want me to put that down as a title?
It is a good picture. It is a good picture. I'm being honest. It is. I don't want to get us kicked off for having it up there. So
A good picture?
I mean, it is a very clear picture. You can see exactly what's going on.
It's exactly as advertised. You are correct.
Lighting is fantastic.
Yeah.
Even the lighting is fantastic. I can't.
Really got all up in there. Yeah, you can write down Clash of Cakes 3.0, Katie. While Stretched Fanny is here, which is
That
apropos.
should be the name. That should be written down more.
I'm not writing that down.
I'm writing it down.
I'm drawing a
Okay.
picture of it.
No, love Timeless Tony Storm, love Sky Blue, love what they did. I don't watch Turner Classic Movies, but I did find the whole thing interesting with that guy, and it was a nice touch to everything they're doing. Tony Storm, which is, in my opinion, the best shit going on in AEW right now. So,
Yeah,
I like
no,
how
it
we're
definitely is.
like her wrestling's starting to relate to her character a little bit. Like she's bringing out like that old school British wrestling with like the I don't know what you call it, but when she's like rolling up and down and like that Johnny, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna like act it out here.
I
but,
don't
like,
know what you're
she
saying
has the-
because you haven't had me on for a progress show yet, so I don't know what old school British wrestling looks like.
Well, old school as in
Damn.
2016. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll.
I mean, I understand what Kyle's saying. Like, it's
Yeah, like
everything. It's like starting to relate. To, everything she's doing is starting to like culminate into her character.
So she's wrestling like Taylor Bate now.
Kinda, actually, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
That's actually, yes. Like
British
kind of
strong
pretty
style.
similar. Yes, British strong style. Yes.
Okay. So she's
Big strong
building
boy.
British strong style over
British
there. So that's
strong
why
style.
Trent Seven got signed.
What's that, Matt?
Huh?
Couldn't hear you. What was that?
I said British thong style.
Thank you.
See that?
Thank
There
you.
you go. There it is. That's another one.
And another one.
Do you want me to write that down?
No, Vince is writing stuff down. You guys can just both text it to me afterwards, whatever you wrote down, and we'll figure it out.
You're gonna get a long list.
Vince,
I like it.
if you
Long.
can while writing, can you spit or swallow? Can you multitask?
Yeah, of course. I'm
Can you
gonna
work the shaft and the balls.
I'm gonna swallow Santos Escobar and Lashley advancing in the United States Championship tournaments. The first round has been really good. Santos and Dragon Lee, solid match. Obviously, when Santos came out for his match versus Dragon Lee, Dominic Mysterio was also out there. He was present, so I had Dom and Santos there. I wasn't sure what to do with two Latin lovers on my television screen, but you know, I multitasked as I'm able to do now. And then obviously Lashley got the win. He got a huge pop, given that they were attributed to the troops. So it kind of for the night, for that evening only, he was kind of like the babyface in that match against Karrion Kross. Like in this tournament, I like good tournaments that don't have Red Robins in them.
I love Red Robin.
What is the name of that tournament, Vince?
It is the Red Robin tournaments.
Okay, I don't know if you unplugged your mic or you muted yourself, but I can't hear a word you're saying.
I hear him.
I heard him.
What
Oh,
about now?
No, it's me.
Okay. All right. It is. Can you hear me? Can you hear me still? Let's wait for Matt.
Go. Stick
Matt.
that in there.
Yeah, there you go. Nice and deep.
Can you hear me?
I don't know why that one turned off.
Kyle.
What? That wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
Mm.
That was Matt. That was Matt.
Anyway, that one
Okay.
turned off.
Okay, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it's the Red Robin tournament for the IHOP Continental Breakfast Championship.
Look at you. You didn't fuck it up this time.
It's because I kept saying Intercontinental. I thought,
They're I don't know, Kyle, have you ever been to a hotel or an IHOP where they had an intercontinental breakfast?
It might be on the secret menu, so I haven't asked, but next time I go, I'll ask.
Does anyone have anything from Rampage on their notes?
hell no.
I have. I watched Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So when I have this many guests, I normally like to keep myself out. But one thing I am going to swallow just to make sure it gets mentioned. Ladies and gentlemen, the most Matt Ritter thing ever happened on Rampage. First, Abaddon defeated Trish Adora, which was a fantastic match. Fun time. Lights go out. Julia shows up, drops the TBS title in front of in front of them, and then disappears. And the belt's gone too. And Abaddon's freaking the fuck out. And I am going to get Julia Hart, Spooky Witch Julia Hart versus Living Dead Girl Abaddon. And I am so fucking, I will watch that on Rampage. I will watch that I'd fucking watch that on Ring of Honor if I had to. Because that is like the
Would
most
you get
Matt
Honor
shit in
Club
wrestling.
if it was exclusively on Honor Club?
No, I'd find somebody who had it and let them give me their password. I'm not paying for that shit, but I will watch it.
I guess
What
they did
about
something
in the
on Collision
NWA?
tonight too.
I'd watch it in the NWA. Will could hook me up with some shit so I can watch it in the NWA.
Okay, there you go. Good shit.
What'd you say, Katie?
I said they also did something on Collision. I guess Julia, again, because Deadline was on, so I didn't watch it, but I saw stuff on Twitter about it. Julia just like talking about Abaddon and where this is gonna lead. So it's gotta be one fucking awesome match when it does happen. I'm assuming it very well could be at World's End. Like that's in like 2 weeks. So
I honestly, as weird as it fucking sounds, because like when you think of AEW and the matches that you would pay for to watch in AEW, I feel like someone dropping $50 to watch Abaddon versus Julia Hart for the TBS title is not a thing. It is for me. I will spend the money to watch that match because it is, like I said, everything in wrestling that I really love, the closest to it that I can get that AEW is going to give me. And I'm stoked for it. I'm excited for it. I want to see it. I love the fact that we've decided to continue to use Abaddon past Halloween, and they are not just brought out on Halloween as like, hey, here's our spooky person, and then gone. So,
I mean, didn't they do that with Sunny Kiss?
Which is why I'm glad they're not doing it with Abaddon.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Sunny Kiss isn't with the company anymore. So,
yeah.
Kyle, spit or swallow?
We'll stick him with AEW, I guess. I'll give a swallow to Mark Briscoe versus Swerve Strickland. I mean, I don't know if we just want to talk about the what is it, the IHOP Continental Breakfast in general, but I thought that match in particular, that's probably my favorite of Dynamite. At least I haven't watched Collision yet as of this, but like Mark Briscoe is like sneakily like one of the better performers of this tournament. Like he's I don't think he has any points at this point, but
No.
I think he's had a good showing. And Swerve, I mean, anytime he's on TV at this point is good stuff. So I really enjoyed that match specifically. I thought it was way more competitive than I thought it would be, and he swerved when he drove. So like, what else can you ask for? You know?
yeah, that was, I mean, probably the best match. Might have been like one of the best matches in the tournament. Mark and Lethal are technically like not eliminated because it's not an elimination tournament, but they have no chance of winning. But they still have to wrestle.
Disqualified, Katie.
Yes, mathematically disqualified. I don't know. Again, I don't. Shut up. I don't know how the blue league looks because I didn't watch Collision, so I don't know who won or anything. But it is interesting to see that it's more than likely just going to be Mox and Swerve 1-on-1.
Yes, Vince.
What is the blue section or the blue side?
The blue league.
So there are two sections. There's the Golden Shower section, which is like the Moxes and the Swerves and
The
Jay
Jay
Lethal and yeah, all them. And then there's the blue ball side, which is everyone else. Daniel Bryan,
Claudio, Danny,
Garcia,
Andrade, I believe. No.
So like the Rampage guy? I mean the Collision guys?
Yeah, it's like Dynamite guys and Collision guys, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's part of the tournament. There's just two separate sides of the brackets.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Golden
at
Shower
World's
side, blue
End,
ball side.
at World's End, the winner of the Gold League and the winner of the Blue League will face off to win the entire thing.
Gotcha. Okay, I have one final follow-up question. Would you rather be golden showered or blue balled?
Well, I don't have balls, so that one.
You can still get
Blue
blue
overage?
balled. Blue overage.
Blue over it.
honestly, Golden Showered.
Well, it depends who the shower is coming from. Depends what the faucet is.
Depends on the sink. Yeah.
Asparagus, non-asparagus, you know.
I'd hate to be Golden Showered and then blue balled. That would suck.
Oh yeah, that would.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer. I think the opposite would be worse.
I've been blue balled
Blue balled
before.
and then Golden Showered.
Yeah.
Yeah, never been
Yeah.
golden shower, so I'd go blue.
Well, I don't know.
But
So like, you've been blue balled, and then then you get Golden Showered, right? But on the other hand, maybe you agreed to the Golden Shower in hopes
Right.
that you wouldn't be blue balled, and then still ended up getting blue balled on the back end.
The old bamboozle. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I got golden showered, like if you're not into it, like it'd be hard to get blue balled. So you're kind of already blue balling yourself in a sense. So you're kind of already there.
These are the questions.
But if you like it in Golden Shower, then it's just a whole different scenario entirely. But that's a whole other podcast in itself. So
Is the Blackpool Combat Club still a thing?
yeah.
Chickpea and garbanzo beans, man.
There.
Because Mox, Daniel Bryan, and Claudio are all in this tournament.
Yeah, they brought that up like once the last time Brian was on commentary, they talked about how he'll have to eventually face Claudio, and they know that they beat the shit out of each other all the time for fun. So like, they don't care.
Yeah, no, they haven't really done anything together. I feel like in a while. But then
Well,
again,
I mean, this
2023 has been a really long year, so
This is also taken so we're 3 weeks into it already, so it's going to take up a little bit of time. And then Brian was injured, Mox was injured at one point.
okay. The joke that Will's trying to make is, what's the difference between chickpea and garbanzo beans?
I got it.
Yeah, I've heard this joke before.
Yeah,
I
think earlier
haven't.
this week.
well, that's probably because you've had both on your face. Katie, spit or swallow.
Yes, I have no idea where we are. I'm gonna swallow DIY Imperium 2 out of 3 falls. Love me some good tag team wrestling. 2 out of 3 falls is kind of what DIY is for. That's what they do. That's what they thrive in.
That's her gimmick.
And I just love the slow breakdown of Imperium. Like after the fact, in the background, Gunther was yelling at Ludwig. And I was like, ooh, you're in trouble. I like it. It's fun because Gunther doesn't need them. He's his own champion, even though he's not really defending it, and he's not allowed to leave the country until like after Mania. So like it's a whole thing. I don't know. What?
I hate
What are you
that
making the face?
I just hate that all of our factions, like Bloodline, is basically done and over with. Judgment Day still exists, but they can't. Damien's having a hard time admitting that Rhea's, daddy. LWO fell apart. We got the Bailey issues with damage control. Imperium saying like we built all these factions, and now all but one of the factions are just kind of imploding.
Hey, we have Alpha Academy. That's all that matters.
Is that the faction you're talking about, referencing, Matt, or no?
What do you mean?
Because you said all but one factions are imploding. Are you talking about Alpha Academy? Okay.
So no, we're not talking about Alpha Academy. What the fuck? Nobody even said Alpha Academy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, Katie did. Wait,
nobody listens to me. That's the problem.
Why are you yelling?
Thank you.
You kept talking over Katie. That's on you. No, Judgment Day is the only one that's not imploding.
But it's slowly imploding, kind of. It's crumbling, maybe. It's not.
Well, after tonight, it's going to be a problem because
it's not like the submarine with the PlayStation controller. It's like the Titanic. It's slowly sinking.
Jesus.
Okay.
Dom did an interview, like one of those network online exclusive things or whatever, and he was like, "Where the fuck was everybody at? Like, where was Damian Priest? Where was JD? Where was Finn? Where was Mommy?" Like,
it's just bitching and complaining. Because never mind, I'm not going to say because we're not at that.
I don't think Dom is old enough to say fuck on TV.
Yeah, but no, I agree. Like, there's so many factions that are doing the same thing, the internal kind of dissension, and I don't think there's no reason for Imperium to break up. Like, I understand Gunther doesn't need the other two necessarily, but the other two could benefit from Gunther. So,
I mean, this very well could just lead to them having a little bit of a tiffy time, and then coming back. Like, it doesn't have to.
Just a random tiff for tiff's sake.
I don't know.
For tiff's sake. I mean, this is.
Sake.
It's been Ludwig versus Giovanni basically breathing down his neck like the entire time they've been on the main roster.
At this point, Giovanni and Ludwig are just kind of like a burden, like for Gunther. It's like kind of like something like that he has to pay attention and focus his energy on. It do Gunther much more service.
He just wants winners, and
he wants winners.
Who would have thought we would have saw an Italian and a German fighting for leader of the Fifth Reich in 2023?
What
I
are you
can
time.
see I can see Matt's hair growing in, either that or he has like his eyebrow thing is just like pushed in or whatever. It kind of looks like hair's growing in. It's weird.
There's not a lot of hair to grow in up there. It doesn't really grow in.
You have like a V thing going right there, kind of like a.
No, that's just my forehead. That's just the shape.
Oh,
of
okay.
my
I thought you
forehead.
were doing like a Vegeta hairline thing.
No, I can't. I don't have any hair there, Vince.
I thought you were drawing it on like Lexus King's beard.
Like a
I
bird.
haven't had hair on top of my head for about as long as you've had hair on your balls.
Which head are you talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we just move on?
Matt doesn't strike me
Vince,
as a
spit
guy
or
with
swallow?
smooth balls. Spit or swallow, Vince.
Actually, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Electric or a straight razor?
Straight razor, same as in my head.
See, I get scared with the straight razor. Net down
I've
on
been doing
the
it for a long time.
speed bag. I mean, okay. You're older than I am.
You kind of have to take your time with a straight razor. You can't. Just,
Who has the time? Just have a few whatevers, you know?
I do in the shower, so
There you go. You do everything in the shower. Oh, yeah. Anyways, we were talking about fucking, and we were talking about the Continental Breakfast tournament. So I'm gonna swallow, even though I didn't watch the match, but I saw the clips on Twitter. I'm gonna swallow Andrade face fucking Bryan Danielson and his matching collision. Just completely murdered his eye. Give him pink eye. Probably wasn't really sanitary during the match. But yeah,
Skull
all his frustrations he had, he kind of just took it out on Daniel Bryan's face. And I'm all for a Latino face fucking another white man on live television. So yeah, I'm all for it. Swallow.
You really gotta start screening those, Matt, before you click on them.
yeah, especially when I see it's from Taekwon. So
Exactly. Well, I guess Bryan got legitimately hurt again in that match because he wasn't fully fucking cleared in the first place to do this fucking tournament. So that's on him at this point. It's your own
Someone
fucking
should
fault,
fine
Bryan.
Bryan Danielson for competing when he's not cleared.
He'll fine you for talking
Could be.
about him.
Oh, he's probably already fined all of us.
Good.
Mass fining.
Yeah. There you go. Haha.
I don't have a fine pun. Kyle, spit or swallow.
Well, that's fine, I guess. But so we cut I guess while we're talking about old One Eye, I'll give a swallow to Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. Pretty good match. It's the first time I've tuned into Rampage in several fortnights. So, but it was worth it. It was a good match. I mean, they played on their previous matches. I don't think they've wrestled in like at least a year. But Danny Garcia came out with his traditional trunks and his towel. No dancing. Sans dancing. Garcia. And it's a little glimpse into what he could be, you know, without all the other tomfoolery around him. So it was a cool little. That's something I do like about the tournament is they have like little stories between people interweb through it, and they play out in the matches. So I think that's fun.
So he's leaning more back towards pro wrestler Danny Garcia as opposed to sports entertainer.
We'll see what happens, next week. They might very well just forget about it like it never happened. But
they better fucking not. I'll kill him.
I'm seeing the picture. He actually just like fingered the fuck out of his eyeball with his thumb. Andrade did to Bryan.
It's probably a
Yeah,
storyline.
that sounds like a good idea.
I'd pay to watch someone finger the fuck out of Daniel Bryanson's eye. And
Daniel
speaking of paying for it, ladies and gentlemen, patreon.com/creationworld. $1 gets you 3 shows. Very soon, Slamboree 1998. We're recording it tomorrow morning, so it'll be out within the next week. Travis and I sit down, talk old school WCW, kind of like what Kyle does, but not really, because we only cover WCW, not all of the other stuff that Kyle does. And we're like 2 years ahead of him. So
brag about it a little bit. Why don't you?
If you don't want to slog through the terrible 1996 stuff, you can come join us in 1998. But if you do, you can watch Kyle talk about 1996 and then go back and check our back catalog and hear what we thought about those 1996 pay-per-views as well.
Play them at the same time.
Right over each other.
Yeah, that'll be great. And backwards, and then you'll hear the Beatles.
Also, for that dollar, you get Multiverse with Travis and Mara, where they talk DC animated films. The Killing Joke is their most recent one. They will have another one come out by the end of this month. And next weekend, Kate and I are recording episode 2 of If You Have to Ask, where we do Am I the Asshole posts and talk about our personal lives for all of you to enjoy, laugh, and feel sorry for me. So all of that is available for $1. We have other tiers, and at those tiers, you get different perks. Everything in the $1 tier get, including the show, ad-free. But since you are watching us live, as I say, and it is that holiday season, it is time to get your significant others some things or get yourself some stuff, spoil yourself a little bit. And we've got sponsors and discount codes for all of that Travis is going to talk to you about right now.
Spice things up in the bedroom, then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try DUBBY, the ultimate energy source. DUBBY is a powerful clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, DUBBY can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, DUBBY is made with high quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix DUBBY with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your DUBBY today. And for a limited time, use code CREATIA at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's CREATIA at dubby.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try DUBBY today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
And we're back. Kyle, did you finish rinsing off that butt plug or everything good?
Yeah, I had to run it through the dishwasher real quick, but now we're fine.
The dishwasher.
Well, if you need a new one, Adam and Eve,
I know where to get it. I'll use the promo code erotica.
Yeah.
Adam and Steve.
AdamandSteve.com. Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow Chase U finally, or Andre Chase specifically, owning up the fact that he, fucked up, like big time fucked up. Hundreds of thousands of dollars to someone. It's the fucking family. I'm not stupid. Like Big Ann just sitting in the room at the pep rally. She's there. Keeping an eye on you, motherfucker. You owe it to them. It's fine. We know. And all of them trying to come up with ways to raise money. Car wash, bake sale. Thea Hale has a crush on one of the new kids who's also in the breakout tournament. I found out the men's breakout tournament starts next week. I don't remember which name he is. Couldn't tell you.
The British guy.
But wait, hold on. I might actually have a screenshot of all of the names. Give me one
Miles
second.
Bourne.
Miles Boring. That's a terrible
Oh.
name.
Riley Osborne.
Ozzy Osbourne. Got it.
Yes.
No. Yeah, so that he's in Chase U as well. I don't know how much longer because Andre Chase gambled away all their fucking money. So
I mean,
yeah,
this
it's
could
fun.
be- this
I like
this
it.
could
Matt
be two
was half
cousins,
right. Matt was half right. He said that they had a debt to the Don and the family, but it wasn't the kind of debt that he thought it was.
Yeah, it
was-
was. It was a gambling debt. That's 100% what I said.
No, because at first you were talking about like throwing the match on purpose to get the Hale back on Chase U. Remember that was
I
the
mentioned
original.
that as well, but
Yeah, that was the
no,
original.
the first thing I said was gambling, and then I went into like crazy theories as to why
Okay, all right.
what he had to do. But also giving them that tag team title match was part of the
deal.
favors for the money that they owed.
Okay.
You know,
I
Matt's
mean-
100% right all the time. God damn it, Vince, stop it. Isn't there a wrestler, like an Italian wrestler named Grado?
There is. Well, I don't think
Yeah.
he's Italian.
No,
He's
he's
not.
not Italian.
He's just European, like British.
He's British.
Because JC Jane's real name is Taylor Grado, and I would love, like,
We don't need
For them-
Grado on NXT.
no,
I'll stop you right
that's,
there.
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what I would love is to find out, like, JC Jane is Italian and she's actually part of the family, and like we break Andre Chase's legs, and then Thea goes after Big Ann, and JC turns on her, and we find out she's part of the family, and she's been the one hustling Andre Chase the whole time, and it'd be. I'd enjoy that story arc time.
Well,
Grado. The idea of just breaking Andre Chase's legs is fun.
support it.
So.
Yeah. Grado's actually Scottish, so maybe Gallus can be involved, actually. Maybe JC Jane is related to the coffees, and there could be something there.
Scottish coffees, yeah.
Maybe we're thinking the wrong family, you know?
What are you holding?
What
My
are you,
penis.
Keyboard?
Oh, I thought it was
Stop.
a paddle.
It's my wrist,
That is-
my wrist pad. Because I have sensitive,
Your wrist
delicate
pad.
wrists. Look how small my hands are, like compared to my head. So I need a little.
I thought you said Riz Pat.
I always
Oh
knew
my
Kyle
word.
was a little.
Yeah, little light in the loafers.
swallow?
I'm gonna swallow the more damage control developments. I know we were talking about how like all the factions breaking up, but this is some good story because like Bailey was told once again to like stay in the backstage area by EO. EO is really hammering down on Bailey. She shows up while everybody's having a good time in damage control. She shows up and then everyone's like, ew, she's here. So you're starting to get some sympathy. At least I am. Some people are as well. During the match between Asuka and Charlotte, Bailey does come out anyway. This after like Selena and Mia Ying come back to get their licks from damage control. So that was good to see. Bailey did end up helping Asuka get the win. I don't know if it was an audible because Charlotte got injured. So that part I'm going to spit because I'm going to spit once again wrestlers getting injured. Because I don't personally hate Charlotte Flair. I don't personally like Charlotte Flair. But, you know, I don't want to see her get injured. So, yeah, I'm just swallowing all the damage control stuff. It's really good.
As an Italian from Chicago, yes. Your sympathy for Bailey isn't either because her name is Pamela Martinez and or because she's also your sister's favorite wrestler. That wouldn't be part of it, right?
So I
Because-
always okay.
If we look at the history of Bailey and all of the fuck shit she has been doing to EO, I don't see how you can have sympathy for her because she has been asking for this for months by constantly putting EO in years. By constantly putting EO in terrible, like putting EO's title on the line and putting EO in terrible, like she did this to herself.
Fair.
Pam screwed Pam.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, look. Yeah, she was taking liberties, and that's when EO brought in Kyrie and then turned Asuka onto damage control as well. But I am gaining sympathy, and I think it's going to lead to a babyface run for Bailey. That's why I think she's my favorite to win the Women's Rumble. So that's why I think is going to win it, and then she's going to challenge Io, and that's I think going to be the title match, regardless of if she wins the Rumble or not. I think it's going to be Bailey versus Io for the SmackDown for the WWE Women's title at WrestleMania, and they're slowly building up. They're doing a slow burn. But I like it. I like what they're doing. This is the most interesting thing Bailey has done since she was the golden role model and she was the tag champ with Sasha Banks and running SmackDown as the SmackDown Women's Champion. I like it. It's good stuff. It's good storytelling. You know, it gives me Mean Girls energy, and I love it because I love Mean Girls.
You want to make Bailey a babyface? Have her randomly punch people in the face in the backstage area, and then look in the camera and just say "Ding dong, hello" after she does it.
I'd pop for that.
Because I love people that randomly punch people in the face backstage. Kevin Owens, CM Punk. It's a thing of mine.
As long as you don't super kick a door and accidentally super kick a dog, that's where I draw the line. Super kicking the dog.
Well, no, we don't hit animals around here.
Do the Bucks throw super kicks in like legit fights? Is that confirmed?
In my mind, that's how they close doors as well. Like they get out of the car and then super kick the car door closed. They do everything super kick style because they don't know any other lifestyle.
That's how they get their wives off. They just super kick their chaunches.
They super click. They clip them. They super clip them.
The super clip party.
Yeah, super clip party. There you go.
I like that.
There you go. That's another one. Super clip party. Write that down.
I feel like that's already been an episode.
Has it?
I'm willing to bet.
No, it was a possibility last week for a title, but we ended up with Daddy's Back.
So you're just
ever a title.
Vince just had his own deal last week. He was in charge and nothing else mattered.
Because we didn't talk about it until afterwards. Like afterwards, we ended everything. I was like, okay, we didn't talk about the title, so I'm just gonna go with Daddy's Back because I already made the thumbnail, got the approval from Matt. So
well, that's why it was the title because you already made the thumbnail. There was nothing to talk about.
I wasn't there, so I couldn't really argue anything. I was just like, "Whatever, yeah, you're in charge. Whatever you want to do."
Thank you.
It looked good. I liked it. It looked pretty. You're not in charge this week, though. Do you think like before wrestlers are about to bust a nut, you know, like how you pull out, give yourself a second before you get back? Do you think they kick out at the last second?
A false finish?
Yeah. No, they kick out at one. They kick out at the one the first time. You know,
fighting spirit.
Yeah,
I got you.
They don't really sell the super clip.
My wife no sells all the time.
Katie, next porn parody that we do, every time someone pulls out, I'm like, kick out.
1, 2, he got him. Oh no, he didn't.
Oh damn, nice.
Vince McMahon.
Anyway,
you started this awesome chant 5 minutes into the video.
No, trust me, this is boring. Is more like it. Watching some of these porn parodies, those scenes go on way too fucking long.
Do you have a favorite porn parody?
Nutbusters with Gianna Michaels, where it's Ghostbusters porn parody. Really,
I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm pretty keen to that Scooby Doo porn parody. That's a good one.
Well, that's because you're into bestiality.
What's the China one? Not One Night in China, but the one with John Cena and Vince McMahon.
Oh, the one where she gets Royal Rumbled?
Yeah. Does that have a title, or is that just a Pornhub? Like just a,
I don't know what the title of that is.
27-minute.
You definitely do see her get Royal Rumbled by like.
That's another one.
People that were better cast than they cast people in Young Rock. So like, there's
yes, you're not wrong.
All right, Kyle, spit or swallow.
Oh man, on that note, I will give a little swallow ski to Jay versus Seth from Raw. Really good match. Love a good world title match on TV. I feel like, on the way to the Rumble, there's like months in between pay-per-views, so it's good to have like a big match main eventing for the world title. You know, it's good stuff. They had a lot of time. Seth wins, and I don't know where we go from here, but I enjoyed it. Not really much more to say. I had a dandy little time watching these guys grapple each other.
It was a fantastic fucking
match. You had big sexy Drew come in at the end, and
Psychopath
make Jay his sub, and I mean,
Yeah.
what more can you ask for?
Yeah, literally, what more can you fucking ask for? And also, it was cool to see. Like, I didn't notice it at first, and then I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, oh yeah, he did. Jay did standing on business in ASL while he was being introduced by Samantha. I was like, that's fucking cool.
I didn't see that.
I didn't like at the time, but like then I saw it like after the fact, and I was like, oh, he did. Look at that. I love that. Good for him.
I love that for him.
All right, so I'm gonna go around the room with everyone, depending on if we get into a rant on something, one maybe two more times, and I'm also going to join in and drop a couple things that I want to make sure we touch on before we get out of here, and then we're gonna smash or pass deadline. I want to make sure we have enough time to talk about that. So, Katie, spit or swallow?
Swallowing Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Because why the fuck not? I had no issues with the match.
That. I was surprised by that match. I've been enjoying Nia for the most part in her return.
Yeah, actually, so have I. And I never thought I'd say that after all the hell.
She's a monkey wrench. She's a very what do you call it? Just a different thing thrown into a pile of things that are the same. You know,
and that's a monkey wrench.
I guess a monkey wrench would be the word, but yeah, I think she adds a lot to the division.
Don't
I think.
Wanna be a monkey wrench.
Still shouldn't let her talk on the mic because she's fucking trash, but she's definitely improved in the ring and she's got good chemistry with people. So like, I'm not gonna be mad at that.
And I want her to sit on me.
Can I tell you guys a pet peeve of mine that like WWE does? So I see this a lot on NXT, but I've seen Nia do this a lot. Like you'll have like a group of people like backstage, like they're all just like standing shoulder to shoulder, you know, like so. And then like somebody will come in, they'll walk in, and then they'll like face away from them, like they're behind them, and then they'll start talking. Like look at them, like they're back there. Like I understand camera, whatever the hell, but there's a way you can frame it. I don't know. I just because Nia did this on Raw. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but that shit drives me crazy.
I feel like NXT, you did an episode recently where you talked about that.
Yeah, because I mean, NXT does it like so much. Like
every time they go to the women's locker room.
Yes, I was about to say it's always the same. Like 6 random, low carders, and then somebody. Well, let me tell you something about my storyline, and then.
Let me tell you how much Kiana's a fucking bitch. It's usually Roxanne who comes in spewing shit and then gets her
Dolan
ass
pipes up.
beat.
Yeah.
Poor Roxanne just gets her ass whooped.
I want to swallow Otis. Specifically, what Otis is doing for women's wrestling, and black women's wrestling. Not only letting, a couple years ago, Bianca carry him on his shoulder or on her shoulders, but then this past week on NXT, getting slammed by Lash Legend and getting Lash Legend over pretty big going into Deadline as a strong, dominant woman. Love that. Love it.
Hawking under who?
Because honestly,
how much is
Otis is a guy that
Big Cargill when she shows up.
Oh, dude, she's gonna body press him. She's gonna pick him up over her head and fucking gorilla press slam that man.
Do you think she's gonna choke slam him off like a rafter like Big Show did to Kurt Angle?
Don't
no, I
talk
think she's gonna gorilla press slam him.
Say what?
I said no. I think she's gonna gorilla press slam him.
Or they're gonna wait till they have another Money in the Bank match in Titan Towers and just toss Otis over the roof of the building like Baron Corbin did.
Are you on Reddit, Kyle?
Not really.
Most people are.
I just got a notification, and all it says is the dreaded forbidden thigh exposure, and I feel like that had to be you.
I mean, it could be somebody posted my dreaded thighs, I guess.
Dreaded thighs.
That's too long with
what? Otis doesn't have to. Otis, if he didn't want to let you slam him, you're not going to slam him. Like he's not somebody that's just going to be easy to pick up. So doing that, getting Lash over, really fun moment on NXT. Love that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Vince, if you're not too busy texting, spit or swallow.
No, we established I can multitask. I got to text back the wife, make sure she's alive.
You're not married.
Well, she's we are. We are. I'm I'm gonna swallow the Randy Orton LA Knight tension, and the disrespect of Randy Orton to Nick Aldis. Saying like I didn't even knew who the fuck LA Knight was until he showed up last week. Rude. That's disrespectful. LA Knight didn't even get a word in because just when he was gonna say something to Randy in the backstage area, CM Punk popped his head in like one of those like whack-a-moles. So poor LA Knight didn't get really to say anything except for yeah. That whole match was really good. The main event I enjoyed. I am gonna spit the fact that Solo with Solo no toes showed up, because he had a whole kick pad and boots.
We let it slide, but we don't fuck with bare feet in wrestling. All right, period. Not Valhalla, not Marina Shafir, not Solo.
Why?
I don't care if he tapes them or not.
Between Solo and Umaga are the only two that I let that shit slide with. But, huh?
You let Rusev slide?
No, Rusev. I don't let anything slide by that man. But no, it was a little weird to see him with kick pads. Huh?
What the fuck you got against Miro?
I got nothing against him. He got hurt because he didn't wear boots, so then he started wearing them. But he at least looks all right. I guess I got to get used to Solo with the boots or kick pads, but it just kind of like seemed like something Kevin Owens would wear, and it
felt really thick. Like they felt like like the recovery. I don't know what they're called, but people will put it around their legs and it'll like pump them up or whatever. I don't know what they do, but
it looks like it kind of looks like a whole cast, kind of like the one that Kurt Angle had when he got thrown off like the edge and then got chokeslammed. So
why do you keep bringing that up? That is twice in
really
5 minutes you have brought that up.
I don't know.
Two things about Vince's thing real quick that he didn't mention. Orton also hit an RKO after stealing LA Knight.
I was getting to that point. I was getting to the point he stole LA Knight to win, and then Jimmy Uso for 2 weeks in a row selling the fuck out of the RKO.
And Randy Orton in the back paying $100,000 for a $50,000 fine for the next time he RKOs Nick Aldis.
Which soon. Give it time.
Yeah.
Also, do you think that was a jab at the whole Daniel Bryan finding people thing?
No.
I don't care if it was or not. I'm not trying to get into that.
That's always been a thing in WWE. You attack an official, you get fined.
Because I saw people talking about it. I'm like, I think you're stretching that out. Just like,
Because people are fucking stupid and they want to just run with anything. That's why.
Stretching it out like Fanny.
Yeah, it was a very stretched out Fanny. That's what they were doing. Thank you, Matt. You knew where I was going with that.
I got you. Kyle, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna gargle Christian versus Adam Copeland because I do like the feud so far. I don't love it. I like it. The match was fine, I guess. It seems like a first chapter in a bigger book of matches, I guess. Nick Wayne's delicious, sexy mom getting in there though, and costing Edge or Adam Copeland the match was whatever. Like, I get it. Concertoed her son. I mean, I would take umbrage to that as well, I guess. But I don't know. Well, I guess it's another part. Is she a part of the patriarchy? That doesn't feel like it makes sense.
No, it doesn't at all.
I think she's just submissive to the patriarchy.
Fuck the patriarchy.
Submissive.
I feel like she's going to make sandwiches and do laundry and dishes.
No.
You need somebody to do
MILF
that.
Hunter got his MILF, ladies and gentlemen. That's the most important thing here. The
Absolutely.
MILF Hunter got his MILF. She screwed Edge and helped him win the match. MILF Hunter got his MILF.
Did she do it for him or to avenge her son?
Listen, I don't
Doesn't matter
care
at this point.
how she did it. Listen, if I'm in Christian Cage's position, right, whether she's doing it because she likes me or she's just doing it for her kid, as long as she's doing it for me, I don't care how it gets done. MILF Hunter got his MILF.
Does it really matter about the whys? The whys don't really matter.
Well, yeah, because he didn't get his MILF. She didn't do it for him. If they come out on Wednesday and she's like, yeah, like I did it for her, then boo boo the fucking clown. Like, but as of right now, it just looks like a mom got pissed at someone trying to murder her son.
Real quick swallow before we move on to deadline because we're here. Everything Samoa Joe, MJF, Roderick Strong, Dynamite. Samoa Joe coming out, the devil on the screen, MJF being laid out and back. I didn't get to talk about this last week. Fairly certain the fact that MJF got grabbed but didn't get touched by the guys, again, supports my theory that he is the devil. Him being laid out but not seeing him get attacked supports my theory that he is the devil. Roddy, miracle performed, stands up out of his wheelchair, not being held back by the wheelchair anymore. So happy for him. Proud of my boy.
Amazing.
And then the
He's
Hangman
so strong.
interview outside MJF shit, where MJF's like, maybe you're the fucking devil and blah, blah, blah. I'm putting it on. Because of all people, Hangman's not the fucking devil. Like,
No.
of all people in AEW, it's not fucking Hangman.
If Hangman turns out to be the devil, I'm fucking done with that book.
Cowboy Devil. I can get behind
Cowboy
that.
devil. No. I'm mad at the man because he refuses to wear assless chaps to the ring.
Oh my god, Matt just
All
moved on to
chaps are assless. Also, him saying that him and Swerve battled to see who could get more STDs was fun for me. I enjoyed that part as well.
I
That
like
was a good line.
All that stuff. Big swallow. But, ladies
Agreed.
and gentlemen, tonight, deadline happened, and it is time to smash or pass deadline. We open up with our pre-show match, our opener, our kickoff show match. Frazier versus Axiom. Smash or pass?
I'll smash it. I'll give her a smash.
Smash. It was fun. Did what kickoff matches are supposed to do. Got the crowd hyped up.
Pass. I mean, I haven't watched it, but how many times can you really see an accident?
How you gonna pass it? You haven't even watched it, Vince.
Listen, there's a lot of things I pass on that I don't actually partake in.
I'm gonna pass you. How about that?
That's all right. You can pass me around. That's fine.
Yeah.
Consensually, of course.
I'm with Vince on this. I'm passing just because no matter what they do, they cannot make me care about Axiom. And also, I don't know what again, I'm not a guy. I don't just go in for, oh, hey, that was a great match. And I can just enjoy it on the basis of like, there's nothing about either of these characters, regardless of how good of a match they put on, that I give a
Also,
shit
how
about.
many times can we really see this match and be like, oh, wow. It's like walking in and getting a
So-
McChicken from McDonald's. Like, you know where you're getting. It's all right. It gets
You got a problem with McChickens? God damn.
Listen.
Do you have any good opinions?
Listen, sir. I don't like your tone. I don't like your
McChickens are
tone.
goated. Too much
Spicy
mayonnaise,
McChickens.
though.
That's spicy
But-
chickens.
I will say though, this match in particular, it feels like Nathan Frazier's. There's like a slow burn, like a frustration because he lost the match against Ilya, then he lost this match, and in the pre-show match, he was getting he had a little bit of a cocky attitude about him. So I think we're like transitioning his character into something different, which is interesting. Axiom, I agree. Like I love Axiom. I loved A-Kid. I wish he could get into something interesting, but he's just like a good wrestler, which is fine, I guess. But Nathan Frazier, I think maybe something interesting could be upcoming for him. So I think this served to further that, which I'm fine with.
There's a lot of good wrestlers out there. Putting him in a mask and saying he's a fucking mathematician does not fix.
Yeah, I prefer just the Spanish guy in turtlenecks.
Yeah, I agree.
Turtlenecks
Yeah.
are good in wrestling.
I guess he still wears turtlenecks, but with a mask, which looks silly.
Michael Hickenbottom, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, comes out, as does one CM Punk in a Bret the Hitman Hart hoodie. They had a fun time out there. They had a blast just bullshitting. CM Punk was out there because of the hint of, oh, maybe CM Punk comes to NXT, so he came to check out Deadline. They go back and forth, talk about how Shawn and Bret made up, Punk and Triple H made up, all that fun shit. CM Punk opening up NXT with HBK, smash or pass.
Smash, obviously. Like we're snowballing this. Remember, Matt? We're snowballing everything.
Yeah,
CM Punk.
You've wanted to snowball with me for a long time, Vince.
I mean, you got what you wanted. You wanted to partake in some monogamy, right? Yeah.
You're not the first person I've snowballed with. Kyle.
I'll give it a light missionary smash with a condom on because, like, I liked it a little bit. CM Punk, Shawn Michaels, the Bret Hart hoodie, like it was all hilarious. Like they didn't have a goal; they were just out there to bullshit, which is fine. But otherwise, it didn't really do much for me other than the initial like hilarity of him walking out with a pink hoodie with Shawn Michaels in the ring. So it was fine for what it was, I guess.
Katie, do you have black pants on?
Yeah.
So you're in
Wow.
Bret Hart colors too. Smash or pass?
I'm passing because I don't give a fuck about Punk at all. I really don't give a shit anymore. We talked about it, and I don't care.
Wow.
I didn't need him on NXT. I don't need him. I just don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't, and it's exhausting.
But here's the thing. I feel like if you don't give a fuck, you can still enjoy the good shit. Like, I do.
I thought he rambled on SmackDown. The beginning of NXT, him just coming out, them not really saying anything and just taking a selfie, and then his music playing. And I was like, okay.
It's fan service, Katie. It's
Okay.
called fan service.
Well, I wasn't a fan of the service, so
I know where this is going to go. I have a feeling it's going to be 3 smashes in a pass. Dragon Lee defeats Dominic Mysterio for the North American title with Gimp Mysterio coming out with Dragon Lee and then sitting over at commentary.
Mysterio. He liked that one. He's a great father.
He's a terrible father. Smash or pass? North American title match.
I'll smash it. It wasn't as good as their Raw match that they had a few weeks ago or whatever it was, but new North American champion, even though Dragon Lee's on SmackDown, so I don't know what we're doing here, but yeah.
maybe because he
Brand's-
lost in the whatever tournament. So
If
he's
only
there.
All
he's
the
Yeah.
called-
Media was here to tell us what we're doing, because he knows. Scales knows.
Apparently, he got called up to SmackDown, but then he's the NXT North American champion. On
He also-
NXT, so it's
He lost clean to Santos, and then Dominic lost clean to who'd they face on Raw? The Brutus or the Creeds. So
Mhm.
they're both.
Mm.
And then now we're in a title match on a pay-per-view all of a sudden, like right after that. So the setup was and of course, Wesley getting injured, like the kind of just it's in a last minute
had-
audible. I get it, but
Yeah. They had to do
so.
something. But like it's the same thing with Dom was on Raw and he was North American champion. Dragon Lee can do the same fucking thing on SmackDown, I guess. Why not?
My question to you guys, and
Mhm.
honestly, I think it's one of those cases where like some old school booking is like, oh, when you have to replace someone in the title match or just like a big pay per view match in general, the person that's being like the one replaced by whoever gets the win. Usually, that tends to happen, or at least I've seen that pattern be a case. So I was trying to piece that together whether Dragon Lee won because Wesley was supposed to win and Dom was just supposed to lose the North American title regardless to advance whatever story they wanted to tell with him, or was it a case of, oh, Dragon Lee's in there now, let's put the title on him just for shits and giggles,
what if they instead maybe they just made a triple threat Dom versus Axiom versus Nathan Frazier and just had that be the match and then have one of those guys win, have a NXT guy win an NXT title, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
How fucking dare you?
Yeah.
Silly goose.
Quack.
So, Katie, smash or pass?
Oh, I'm smashing because Dom lost.
So, smash. Well, kind of smash. You were smashing, then you were like, yeah, but the build for this sucked. Blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
again, another safe sex smash.
And Vince is passing because Dom lost. And I need to listen.
I'm actually smashing because granted,
earlier you said that you turned it on and you saw that and it just fucked up the rest of your night and you were done.
you know why I fucked
Yeah.
up? Yeah, it did fuck up the rest of my night because not only was that the first thing I saw, so it spoiled the match for me. Not because Dragon Lee won, but because the match that was the only match I cared about at Deadline, and it got spoiled for me. Personally, like that's all I cared about. So I was only going to watch Deadline for that match and that match only, and I really could have turned it off right after there. But that's why. And then on top of that, because of the way the network works or Peacock works, I can't go back and rewatch it, and it wouldn't let me go back and rewatch it. So I'm stuck waiting until we're done recording to go back and watch the match. But like, I like Dragon Lee. The dude is fucking over. He got a Dragon Lee chance over on SmackDown. He was over in Chicago. I like the guy. How am I going to be mad from one Mexican to another snowballing the North American title? That's every Mexican wrestling fan's dream. But I'm gonna smash it because it might lead to something interesting for Dom. Because especially after watching him just being pissed, it's like, hey, no one was out there to like in my corner. No one was out there to help me out. will there be some tension, more tension in Judgment Day? So more Judgment Day content, more interesting storylines. I'm all for it. So
All right,
smashing it.
Vince, you and I need to have a side salad real quick. So I made a comment about how the Creeds defeated JD McDonough and Dom, and how that was a big swallow. And I referred to JD McDonough and Dom as like the NWOB team of Judgment Day, and you took a little issue with that. But I need you. Listen, I understand you are a fan of Dominic Mysterio, but I need you to be realistic and down to earth here and admit that regardless of how you feel about Dominic Mysterio and how much you enjoy him, that he is not on the level of a Finn Balor, a Damian Priest, or a Rhea Ripley, that he is clearly less than in that group, but I'd say above JD McDonough, but still less than in that group.
You know what? I'm with you there. He's not on the level of a Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, or Finn Balor, but that's because he's on another level. He's on God mode level. He's on Tribal Chief level. If any,
so Blair Davenport wins the Women's Iron Survivor. Smash or pass?
Bull. This bitch.
liked it.
But like it makes sense.
it's a whole
Because
wet
Lyra's
fart of a
champ.
pass.
You liked it, Kyle?
Yeah, I'll give it a pass. I like the match. I mean,
But yeah,
oh,
the
who,
match,
who did you guys want to
Well, that's what
win?
we're smashing.
Fallon, Stupid Henley, and the
Oh, wait, whoa.
excuse you,
whoa.
ye fucking
Hey.
I don't
hall.
know. I don't know what it is about Fallon Henley. Whenever I see her face, I want it to be in the cement. Like,
I want to just her face.
Whenever I see her face, I see your face, and I instantly get hard.
I don't wear Daisy Dukes generally.
Yes, you do. And I've got
yeah, I
there's
do.
photographic evidence.
I don't know why I'm just
Daddies,
lying.
Kyle.
They're not technically denim. I think they need to be denim to be hoochie daddies.
It's
But
fun. No, I mean, I liked the Iron Survivor match. This is like, I think Kyle tweeted it. Like, it's slowly becoming like my favorite like thing they do.
yeah, I love the match type. I think all 4 matches have been great.
Oh yeah, it's an interesting thing, and like the penalty box, and someone always gets like trapped in the penalty box. Fallon went through a fucking table because Metaphor decided
Vince,
to be
control
little
your pussy.
fucks, and
It does what it wants.
lock the door with Tiffany and Fallon in there, and
That was great.
just a lot of camaraderie, if you will. It's a great time.
Yeah.
I love Fallon Hennessy. All about it.
Yes, you
Sip
do.
that shit all day. I would have liked to see her win, but Blair Davenport, again, regardless of how you feel about her as a person, if you can do as Will said and separate the person from the art, she is a
I
fantastic
hate her art
wrestler.
too.
And she made the most sense winning that match with Lyra as champion. Also,
Yeah.
Cora Jade showing up at the end and attacking Lyra.
Can we smash Cora Jade just showing up in general?
I would love to smash Cora Jade. Like, my name
No,
is
that's
Braun
Braun. That's Braun Breaker.
Is that the noise they make?
Well, that's what we do to Vince because Vince hates on Braun Breaker, so we bark at him like we're Rick.
I don't
Adams.
actually.
And Jalen always tweets at me when Braun Breaker comes up. Like he tweeted during deadline. He's like, "I bet Katie's barking at her screen." I was like, "I would have." I still sent the angry dog just shaking and that gif. It's my favorite. But like we were on fucking Walt Media, so I was watching it on a fucking small screen. And it sucked. I just shut it off because my internet started fucking up, so I didn't get to fully like see the entire match.
You know, I've actually turned around and warmed up on good old Braun Breaker there, leading up to him like just like being a little devil on Carmelo Hayes' shoulder, and then like obviously his interaction with Taker. Ever since then,
He's the devil, Braun Breaker.
yeah.
Oh my
he's the devil.
god, I fucking knew it.
Yeah,
Damn.
New Year's Evil. You know, that's when he reveals himself.
Oh,
Yeah,
That all
Evil
makes sense.
got it.
yeah,
Oh my
That's
god,
fun.
evil's the devil we should have known.
yeah.
from Japan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really not. I was gonna say fun side note, but it's not fun. You guys are just gonna look at me and think I'm stupid, and I'm fine with that. I'm good being stupid for you people. I'm a whore for you people. I'm an idiot for you people. My wife and I watch Curse of Oak Island, And
Okay.
seeing as we're like 10 seasons in and they've not found jack shit on that fucking island,
Oh my
there's
God.
certain things that we do to just like I amuse myself. One of them is whenever there's a top pocket find, I say top pocket instead of hot pocket. And then also on the Braun Breaker thing, there's a guy whose name is Charles Barkhouse, and every time he comes on, I bark at the screen.
Ah.
Yeah, and then my wife gives me a dirty look. So that's the thing. Carmelo Hayes defeats Lexus King. Smash or pass?
I'm gonna smash it because it should have happened regardless. Because why the fuck is this match even happening?
Because Lexus King is trying to throw accusations at Carmelo Hayes. I'm not believing it until it actually is true. That
Well,
Carmelo attacked Trick.
He only did it to get a PLE payday, according to old BPJ. So, with
There's
his
a lot of
stupid
initials you just said.
Katie's in denial about Melo, but it's okay.
protractor drawn-on beard that he has on, and his Chucky
Slidey
meets
drone.
Barbie hair that he has, and it's just I don't
Chucky
know.
meets Barbie.
It's like if those two dolls had sex and had a baby, like that's what comes out as Lexus
Now that's
King.
a porn parody we could watch along with.
Fire it up.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Listen, Simone Garcia Johnson Maivia made that motherfucking match, and that's all that matters, Vince. That's
Wow.
why it happened.
I don't
Government
I don't
name,
care for
Jesus
Dwayne nor
Christ.
his daughter, so that's
You
even
don't
more
care
reason.
for Dwayne.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
Dwayne, where are you at?
Take that
Dwayne's-
fucking hat off.
He's not in here, so you're lucky.
Damn
You're
it.
gonna wear a
Yeah.
bull on your head and talk shit about Dwayne. He is the bull. He's the Brahma bull.
No, because he tattooed over it. No.
I'm gonna tattoo over you. Anyone else? Carmelo Hayes, Lexus King, smash pass.
I'll give
Vince
it
passes.
I'll give it a light pass.
Kyle passes. Katie smashes because she smashes
Carmelo.
Carmelo always.
That's fair.
The men's, which weirdly I thought was the main event, and then realized, oh
So
shit, we
did I.
still have two matches. The men's main Iron Survivor match with the winner, Trick Williams.
What? I like it. Oh yeah, man.
I thought you were gonna say I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Oh no, it's
Chili's. Way back.
Booker Hoffman.
No, it's a 1,000% a fucking smash. Come on.
This is a raw dog cream pie smash. I mean, good Lord Almighty.
God.
That was good shit, pal.
That closing sequence at the end, didn't like Braun Breaker just go ham on everyone?
Ooh, that's
Well, he came out and got like 3 pins. Boom, boom, boom.
he just drove his beautiful shoulders into everybody. It was
It
He came
was
out like everyone was Cora Jade.
he had that doggy style in him.
He probably just got finished with Cora Jade, pulled his singlet
He's like,
up,
"Let's fucking
ran
go."
out there. I mean, I wanted to run through a wall. At the ending stretch of this match,
Hey, listen, man, that post nut clarity is very serious thing.
Listen,
Yeah.
this match had tall, beefy men, Braun Breaker, big, strong boy Tyler Bate.
dude. Tyler Bates showed out in this match too, by the way. Finally doing something with this boy. Good
I think-
grief.
Big
That's
strong
why
boy.
I like these matches. Like they give
Yeah.
everyone. Like we talked about it last year. Like Kiana really like showed the fuck out last year, and we were
Yeah.
all just like, "Who the fuck is this bitch? Like, why is she here?" And then
Not me.
seeing
I've
that
been about
match.
Kiana from day one.
Can
All right, whatever.
can we pass on like a DJ Native American guy showing up and just being involved in the match for some reason?
Well, Eddie
Who?
Thorpe's got beef with Dijak.
Oh, Eddie Thorpe,
yeah.
that's his name. I forget his name. But still, you know, there's a time and place. That's not the
Listen,
time nor the place.
This was
We
his
as
fault.
Americans have passed on Native Americans long enough, Vince. I'm not going to let you do that here. All right.
I like Native Americans, I just
Especially
don't like
post
him.
Thanksgiving.
Come on.
Come on,
We're
Jesus.
Mexican. We don't really celebrate that Thanksgiving because we weren't part of that.
You celebrated your first white Thanksgiving this year. You're culpable.
Unseasoned mac and cheese all around. Come on.
Which is just wrong. Season your fucking food, people.
Yeah.
That's why he passed on Eddie Thorpe. He went to his first white Thanksgiving, and now he's tainted.
He blames all the Native Americans.
Yeah.
Not our kind of white people.
It's Tatanka's fault somehow.
Yeah, no, this was
Not
probably the
Tatanka.
best match of this was probably the best match tonight. They fucking killed it. The men tore it down.
Oh,
Huge smash.
Yeah.
Trick
Big ol'
with 3
smash.
wins, like the final stretch. Jesus.
I think it was 4, wasn't it?
Or no, I thought he got 1, and then it was boom.
Maybe.
Boom.
Yeah. He ended with 4.
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James in a cage match. Smash or pass?
Pass. I'm over Kiana James. I don't know who that blonde chick was.
Izzy Dame.
Izzy Dame.
It is what it is, she says.
It
Her
is
name's
what it
Izzy.
is, bro. Like I heard that. I'm like, what the fuck? Who says that?
Izzy
In
Dame
2020.
does.
Somebody whose name is
Izzy
Izzy.
Dame.
Man.
I'm
Pass.
smashing. Steel cage match. Shenanigans ensued. What else is new? Plus, like, Roxanne can take a loss. She'll be fine. Kiana's taken many a loss. So that she kind of needed this.
Yeah. I like Kiana James. I think maybe the pairing with Izzy maybe could be something. Could be a little because she Kiana's like so good, but she like needs a little seasoning. Maybe Izzy will be the seasoning. Yes, Matthew.
Maybe.
What the fuck happened to Kiana's sexy secretary Gianna? Or Gia? G.
Couldn't tell you.
Her assistant G.
I don't know. She hasn't been. Well, I don't know. Kiana hasn't really been in the office in a while, so
Yeah, that's
I
probably why.
miss
corporate layoffs.
porn star Kiana James. That's what I miss. Slutty office worker Kiana James.
I mean, I think it's
Well,
still it's just implied now.
Still there. It's just she's not in the office. She's traveling abroad. She's working from home.
But yeah, no. Unfortunately, this had to go on after the men's Iron Survivor match. But
Well, yeah.
no, it was good shit. Vince, you smash or pass?
I said I pass.
I don't know. You just seemed really upset that we were disagreeing with you, and then you got up and walked away. So I thought,
No, I got mad that Maxie is destroying the window Christmas setup decorations.
hey, that's Maxie's pad, bro. Leave her alone.
I knew that joke was coming eventually.
Dragunov versus Baron Corbin for the NXT titles. Smash or pass?
Smash.
Oh,
Dragon.
pass.
Jesus. Wait, why? What? Why or would you? How? What?
I'm a
You
pass.
pass?
Yeah, I'm a pass. I don't quite care for Dragunov. I've mentioned this on many times on the show. The face that caught me.
Fuck at this guy. What do you care for, Vince? Stupid ass Dom Mysterio and Santos. Who gives a shit?
CM Punk.
Okay. You need an old gray-haired Pepsi man to come in and save the day. I see. Yeah,
Pepsi.
no sugar though, right?
No, that's sugar, but that's a cherry.
Zero sugar. Zero sugar wild cherry.
Oh.
So he's in a wild time.
Wild cherry Mark Marrow. You're saying, Vince?
I just don't care for this iteration of Baron Corbin, and I don't really care for Dragunov, so I didn't really care for the match. So I skipped it to watch the NBA playing tournament finals instead.
Passing another match you did not watch.
That's his MO.
I haven't watched any of these matches. What are you talking about?
He did the same shit when he wasn't watching AEW and he was spitting or swallowing that.
That's
It's the
true.
same shit.
Okay,
Different
so
concept.
exactly. So why are we surprised? We know what to expect.
We're not. Pretends to be shocked. We're not surprised.
It's like
But this
it's like when Benji pretends like he watched the show on Get Show.
And he bullshits his way through it. He's like, "Oh yeah,
Clearly,
you know,
no, he didn't.
yeah." He'll start
This is
using
like-
big words in his stores just cause.
Because like I said, I don't like Frazier. I don't like Axiom. I don't care about him. I'm passing, but I also watched the match.
Yeah.
So like,
Mm.
and I said, yeah, no, they put on a good match. I just don't care about the characters. This is like, I don't like either of these guys. I didn't watch it, which also counts as a pass. It did not interest you enough to watch it. I feel like
Same
you have
thing
not
for
been
the main
watching any
event.
NXT. This
I've
was
been
the main
watching it.
event.
Exactly. I said
This
the
is
same thing
what-
about the
that's
main
what I'm
event.
talking about. Yes.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
that's
saying
what
the main event and the pre-show match.
So Kyle,
What's up?
you're smashing.
I'll give a begrudging smash. It was fine. I like Dragunov. Corbin's fine. The match didn't really get to my cockles per se. It got the blood pumping a little bit, but not fully turge. If you know what I'm saying, if you catch what I'm smelling. What are we talking about?
Okay.
Ilya versus Corbin. Yeah, it was good. I'll give it a smash,
Okay.
I guess. But like you know what I'm saying.
Do we?
And
I
Katie,
don't.
Katie, you smashed. I'm torn here because as much as I love Dragunov, I really don't like. I feel so bad for Baron Corbin at this point because this man just can't win anything major ever.
No. He can't.
The
And I don't really see
title
him as
he
a
won-
threat anymore to anyone because they never pull the trigger on this guy. So like I've almost lost all complete faith in anything Baron Corbin.
He could win like a North American championship. Maybe Dragon Lee's just a transitional champion to Baron Corbin. Maybe that happens on NXT.
I mean, that I'd be down for. Like the thing with Baron Corbin is when he showed up on NXT, I was excited. I'm like, okay, this could be something. He could be a top guy. He was never NXT champion. You know, they have a make card singles title now that he can go after. Obviously, we just mentioned it. Then he showed up against this match against Carmelo, and he brought back the Lone Wolf character. I'm like, okay, perfect. This is good. But then they just kind of like scratched that, and then now he's like this angry pirate that has a good lifestyle.
Is he a pirate?
Yeah, he's the pirate version of Tony Stark, apparently, or something like that. Is what I'm grasping. Because he has money and he has a good lifestyle that other people envy.
Money.
What is the pirate part though?
Because it's pirates and all his Titantrons.
Well, he's burning the ships, so he's anti-pirate, I think.
Keep Kairi Sane away from him, then, you know.
Yeah. Paul Burchill.
Paul Burchill.
What was his name? Jean-Paul Lafitte. That was his name? Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Jean-Pierre Lafitte. So
Yeah.
we could have like a Pirates of the Caribbean type faction if we put Baron Corbin, Kairi Sane, and Paul Burchill in there.
I'm sold.
Deadline, smash or pass?
Hold on. There's one part I didn't get to talk about because of all of that. Trick coming out at the end of the match, and Carmelo just slowly coming out behind him. Didn't say anything, and then they just lower third me and shut it off. And I said, "What the fuck is this bullshit? You can't do this."
Yeah,
what
you don't want to
happens?
believe it. Yeah, you don't want to believe it, Kitty.
I'll believe it when I see it
By then
Is
it'll
it
be
like
too late.
with my own two eyes.
Is there like a video of like what ended up happening with that?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything. But overall, smash.
I'll give it an overall smash as well.
Vince, are you smashing or passing Deadline, the show you did not watch?
I'm a smash Deadline. I'm sure it was a great card. Just because I didn't watch it doesn't mean it wasn't great wrestling.
Just smashing sight unseen. Man.
Smash on sight, even
That's
if I don't
how-
see it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the Iron Survivor matches in and of themselves were enough to smash this pay-per-view.
CM Punk was on NXT. What the fuck was that? I'm for it. I actually want CM Punk to actually forget Rollins, forget Roman. Go to NXT, man. Dominate NXT. Beat NXT North American WWE champion.
CM Punk versus Ilya Dragunov at WrestleMania in the main event.
That might
I'm gonna
actually
have
get
to
me to care
fuck
about
his shit
Dragunov.
up.
That might actually get me to care about Dragunov.
CM Punk versus Boa on NXT Level Up. Let's get it.
That's
He
how
could
you
be the
get.
third.
That's how you
know.
get views. I mean, Level Up is a rampaging collision, so you know he'll get the numbers up there. You know, just build it
Yeah.
around Punk. Just let him book who he wants to book on the show. It'll be good.
I support it.
Yeah, there you go. Not many things to support that I say, but that's one.
There's
of
got to
them.
be something.
Broken clock is right twice a day.
That's what they say.
That's what they tell me.
Unless it's digital. Then
Speaking
it could just be broken all the time.
Speaking of gentriphilia, Kyle, you like to go back in time and watch old people do things back in the day over at your podcast. Where can people find that?
Gentrophilia. Is that like
Yeah.
gentrification?
Did you really just Google it?
No, that's like
That's not what I do on my
geriatric.
podcast. Oh. Well, I watched them when they were young, for the most part.
That's
Unless
also true.
they're Hulk Hogan, which I guess he's still kind of
or
young, but
Macho
he looks
Man
like he's
Randy
80.
Savage
Yeah,
or Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, because he's 85,000 years old.
you could find all these old people and myself and my various guests, including the 3 people here in previous episodes and future episodes. The Apron Bump podcast. You can check it out wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as YouTube. Apronbump.com will get you wherever you want to go. At Apron Bump on all the social medias. Cover retro wrestling companies big and small across 4 different decades. Got a bunch of different timelines going. So take a peek, give it a gander, give it a goo, give me a tweedle, and yeah, hail Satan.
Vince, stretch your fanny for everyone.
I don't want anyone to follow me on social media because then I'm just going to go back and forth about brand splits not being real. So in that case, go to Linktree/Getcho Podcast. Go check out the Getcho Podcast, which I'm featured on there as well. But also go to youtube.com/SESVince. Subscribe there, flick the bean there as well. Turn on the like and everything. Do that.
Go follow Vince. He likes to fight. He was in a fighting mood this week. If you want to hear more stories about Vince fighting the IWC, go check out the Get Show podcast, which he likes more than he likes me. Katie, where can they find you and all the things you do?
They don't blue ball me, man.
Heart clothing.
It's because I couldn't find the one tank top I wanted to wear, so this I had to do. But you can follow me on Twitter at KatieWrestling13, the link tree in bio, take out link Sheila Showcase, twitch.tv/Sheila Showcase, and youtube.com/Sheila Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Patreon.com/Sheila Showcase, where you get an exclusive non-wrestling podcast every single month. I don't know if there'll be one for December because it's like Christmas time and people are busy and I don't want to bother people, but like you can check out September, October, and November if you really feel the need to. And I just recently did an episode with Kyle. Apron Bump.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Okay.
ECW. Doctor is in 1996. Get some
Which will
Dr.
not be out
Death.
when you guys listen to this episode tomorrow, but soon.
It'll
No,
soon.
yeah.
This month.
Follow the podcast maybe, and so you don't miss it.
Then you'll find it.
Yeah.
You can find out how old I was when this pay-per-view came out.
She was alive.
I was alive.
Barely.
So yeah, it was fun. And Kyle and I, we had a hoot
a
and
good old
holler time.
Oh, it was a hoot.
We
indeed.
cried laughing at one point. I don't remember what was said, so I can't wait to rewatch it to figure out what the fuck we talked about.
I don't remember one thing we talked about. No, it was a lot of nonsense, but it was
All
a
of
fun
it.
time.
You guys happen to talk about following It's Creation World, ITSC, or EATI World on Instagram, TikTok, and X?
We might have touched on it.
Perhaps.
Did you do the thing that Katie used to do all the time and then kind of got away from, which was mention my name and talk about me, or where you guys can find me at Matt Ritter, MATTRIDDER, or at Getting Off on X, Getting Off for your horror, Matt Ritter for your wrestling, or at Smackin It Raw on all other social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky.
Took a big pause there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I don't
because
like
you-
this thing that you're doing here. And that's why I left the thing up. Anyway, you guys can follow me all those places. Thank you for joining us for the prettiest of Kyles, the poppiest of Pornhubs, and the yinziest of Katie's.
Sure.
Nice.
I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter. This has been your #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub.
You son of a bitch.
Snuck one in there at the end.
I didn't know what else to
Son
do.
of a bitch.
That's generally what I do when I don't know what else to say.
Just moan.
I am moan and figure it out from there.
Moan
Doesn't
and
even-
figure it out from there.
Doesn't usually end up well, but
Yeah, I would assume no.
No, yeah.
God, what did we talk about?
Don't know. Louis Spicoli. Matt did come up at one point. I forget why.
Yeah. I mentioned Matt at some point, but again, this was literally 5 days ago. I don't remember shit.
So there was this ongoing thing where Katie used to do this awesome interview show that I love, where she'd interview podcasts. I think you were on it, Kyle, at one point.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar.
I may have been on it like
with the
3
lore.
times, but every time Katie did a show, somehow I got brought up, and then I give her shit about it, and then finally she started interviewing people that didn't know me, and then my name stopped getting brought up, and then I praised her for no longer saying my name.
And then I stopped doing the show because nobody wants to do the show, and I don't like reaching out to people. So, like, here we are. Surprise!
I'll come back for Inside the Mind of either Matt or the Rack Part 2.
Back inside the mind.
I always thought I should have
No.
the first one anyway.
You should do an Inside the Mind of a podcast. You know, you could do like Inside the Mind of Young Kings Wrestling, and you get Reek and TC on there.
I mean, that's kind of what In the Crowd, the game
Was,
show thing kind of
was, but no longer is.
But, like, I already did that. So I don't want to do it again, that's what I'm saying. Like,
So if something's good, you never want to do it again?
that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that's
That's
not
not-
even the iteration of In the Crowd anymore. And that's a different thing.
I'm a whole new person since the last time we did this.
Yeah.
So
No,
much
I
changed in
need a
life.
part 2 where I'm sober.
That's
No one said you couldn't be sober during yours. I think you chose that.
It's because I was nervous.
Well, if you post a Not Gonna Lie, and you can get people who are not bots to ask you a bunch of questions, you should accumulate those questions, give them to me, and then I will ask them to you on Inside the Mind of Part 2. Katie, sober. Call it Straight Edge Katie.
Straight edge Katie. She's gonna shave
Katie's-
people bald on the show. You
Kate-
can be
Katie's
her Luke
hangover?
Gaddles. You can be her Luke Gaddles because you know you're bald and beard. You know,
Or,
you know?
I'm never shaving my fucking head.
Serena Deeb, Ethan. You know?
You're pretty. You're like Serena Deeb, man.
That's what he's always wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Congrats.
I wish I was pretty like Serena Deeb.
No, I mean, like I said, it's December. Everyone's busy. I'm not trying to bother anybody right now.
Bother him. Nobody's doing
January-
anything.
Worst thing they can say is no.
To be fair,
The worst
though,
they can do
it
is
is
not
December
respond
and we don't want to
to
bother anyone. But I didn't get an Inside the Mind of November, October, September, August.
Yeah.
I had 3 vacations and got sick. I was tired.
The economy.
Inflation.
Not for Katie. Katie has all the money. She had 3 vacations. She just said.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Inside
one
the
of them was
Mind
a
of
fucking mistake. So
Katie the Baller.
She can afford
I'm
to have
not.
mistake vacations. That's how much she's rolling in the dough. She can have mistake vacations. I just accidentally stumbled into this vacation. I tripped and fall.
no,
Into
that's
this
literally not what happened. It was a mistake because it was a shitty fucking experience, and I wasted $400 when I didn't need to.
It's
That
okay.
was the mistake.
You got Tony Khan money. It doesn't matter.
No, this is absolutely fucking bonkers. I don't though. I'm not good with my money, and I spend it all when I get it. That's why you all think I have money. When I get paid
don't-
every 2 weeks, the money is gone by the end of the first week.
Well, don't most people that have a lot of money don't know how to spend their money, so they just spend it as soon as they get it. So I think that just kind of adds more to the Kitty's loaded narrative.
Would
It's
you like to know how
okay.
much I have in my bank account right now?
I mean, I don't think that's
No,
Dude.
I don't think you should share that information
no. It's okay. We fully believe you're loaded.
because there are people that listen to the show that might like start Venmoing you or PayPaling you or just
No, I
gifting
don't
you.
want any of that shit.
Like Spread Fanny or whatever the name was.
What was it?
I was thinking
Was it
more
Stretch
of
fanny.
Stretched fanny.
I don't. Well, the future, the child doesn't watch the show. I'm almost certain of that. But Florida Man does, and he might, start sending you tips and singles, so you can make it to Florida.
Florida Man.
No, well, I'm not. I'm busy, so
Forever.
I've a very busy April next year and saving up for all of that shit. Like, I'm not even going to the
Who said
SmackDown
April?
booth. Well, I have to save money for April is what I'm saying. Like, I don't have time
Oh.
to go anywhere.
There was also that dude that really liked you in the chat that called you a white queen, and
Yeah.
Oh, white queen.
Oh yeah, pretty girl, that was a whole thing.
Katie gets a randos in here sometimes. And it's usually towards the end of an episode or in the post show. It's never during the show.
No, that one was pretty prominent in the show.
Oh, okay.
Lucky you.
Oh, so lucky.
so
It's so
so
fun.
what are we doing, Kyle?
Ring of Honor 2nd anniversary from 2004.
That should be fun, Matt, for you. You like Ring of Honor. It's your favorite brand.
It's probably good. 2004 is a good year. There'll be a lot of people you recognize, I'm sure. CM Punk's probably there. Smo Joe, Bryan Danielson.
Nigel McGuinness.
He might be there.
I like 3 of 4 of those people.
Well, you'll figure it out. Maybe you'll like them more when they were
In
younger
their
and spry.
pubescent stages.
Yes.
Mm.
Twinkish figures.
Fetus Brian. Fetus Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And when is that? Like March 2024 or some shit? You'll get around to that.
I mean, kinda. Let me see here. Yes, actually.
Honestly, I meant to say 2028, not 2024, because I forgot the 2024. part.
You just said what it actually is.
Well, there you go. Crazy.
Coming out 3 days before my birthday. How fun is that?
Oh, cute.
It's almost like it was meant to be. Like you planned it almost.
Something like that.
I'm curious to know who's the one viewer that's still been chilling here for the last 40 minutes by themselves.
Well, it's that chatbot.
Chatbot doesn't count as a view, does he?
It
Mhm.
does.
It
No,
does.
doesn't. Does it?
Pretty sure.
I don't think so.
Or it's just a random
Well,
bot
the
with a
thing is,
different
I
name.
run all the podcasts and I'm here all the time. And there's always one viewer. There's never not one viewer. And the chatbot's here until you end the show. Fairly certain it's a chatbot.
Chatbot, how are you enjoying the show? Are you spitting or swallowing the week of wrestling? What was your favorite show of the week? Smash or
Imagine I
pass?
respond.
Smash or pass deadline. Take your time. I know it's a lot. I threw a lot
Don't
at
get to it.
you. It's overwhelming.
Quick question for you, Kyle, while you're trying to get your calendar up.
I mean, it's not. No, it is March 6th.
If the softest part of the ring
Mhm.
passed away
Okay.
and then came
Jesus.
back from the dead,
Right.
is now undead, would you
What? Is this a threat?
He's threatening to off
Where-
your wife.
I thought she was at her mom's house, but is she in your basement?
I thought she was in your basement,
Oh,
handcuffed to
shit.
Charlie with a sandwich.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot the lore.
You got your own lore. God, come on.
No, so we did. Me, Katie, and Will recently did Getting Off. We watched a movie called Burying the Ex, where this guy's trying to dump his girlfriend. She gets hit by a bus, dies, comes back, and like she's super horny. And Will and I are both like, well, to be fair, she was super horny before she died. She just stayed super horny as a zombie.
Okay.
I don't know if that amplified it. And then we had a discussion / debate on whether or not we would sleep with a zombie, and if that's
Necrophilia?
well, because it's
I think
undead, it's not dead.
Okay, unnecrophilia.
Yeah, I mean, it's heart's beating, it's decaying. But
Is it
like,
still trying to
brain
eat your
functions-
face?
Not at that point. It was not. Not at that point. It was not. It was not until almost the end of the movie that she decided to eat his brother's half brother's brains.
Okay, if there's even like more than a 0% chance of my brains getting eaten during sex, I'm not going to do it. Personally. Hot take.
Okay.
I'm not that down bad where I'm going to, like, can it get wet? Is it cold? Like, so many questions.
You can always get a heater for her thighs.
Right, that's what I need. Let me plug this in. All right, now I'm ready for coitus.
I know what he's referencing.
You know what's crazy?
Heater for
It's a
thighs.
song. It's
Oh,
part of
oh.
there's lyrics in the song.
How's it go?
Avenged Sevenfold, a little piece of heaven,
It's a great song.
which is also basically about exactly what we're talking about. So that's the thing.
So I just ran into Rhea tweeting a picture of her and Dom, and she's like, "Am I upset, sad, mad? Yes, but Dominic has been the biggest workhorse within WWE all year. His growth has been insane. Very, very proud. Forever my champion." The funny part is he tagged the wrong Dominic Mysterio, and it's just some rando dude named Dominic with 0 followers.
Well, he's about to get so many followers.
Unless she didn't tag the wrong dude, because if we all remember correctly, she told Dom once before, come back with that North American title or don't bother coming back at all, bitch.
Yeah, verbatim what she said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
She's gonna beat his ass. Monday Night Raw, they're all gonna be in the ring, and she's just gonna sucker punch him.
Spanking. It's like the lashes that Cody got from MJF, but it's just spanks.
So
Right.
that'd be more
Ow.
like the lashes that Wardlow got from MJF.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sexier than Cody Rhodes lashes.
Did Wardlow get spanked? I don't remember that really.
I mean, he might have in my dreams.
That was,
You might have
Katie
dreamt
Kinsey
that.
dream.
That was a Katie. Yeah.
Blending reality and
Fiction.
yeah.
Wardlow and Rhea both in chaps. One getting
Assless chaps.
spanked.
Rhea's already been in
All
assless
chaps are assless.
Not all chaps are asses. Did you
Kyle, are
Yes,
all
they are.
chaps
That's the
assless?
definition of a chap.
Yeah. I mean, not all chaps have your exposed ass, but they all have the ass exposed for potentially a denim jean. etc.
ergo assless chaps?
Assless chaps are chaps without the pants with an exposed buttocks.
I would argue that's ass chaps because you see the ass. Assless chaps, like most pants are assless if you can't see the ass.
Okay.
I don't see a flaw in this logic.
Yeah.
Because Shawn Michaels would wrestle in like those pants that look like chaps. So those are chaps that are pants. So those aren't assless though.
So those are
Those are
Those are just pants with
those are just pant chaps. You know, chap pants.
yeah,
are
chap
just
pants.
chaps.
Chap
Just
pants.
chaps.
Well, they're pants.
No, they're just pants.
Chap
they're just
inspired
chaps.
pants.
Design on them. That's all they are pants.
To me, they look like chaps. So they're chaps. And then like what Rhea was wearing at Survivor Series, like those are assless chaps. Because like the assless part, you know, like the asshole part, you know, it's kind of like
The asshole part is just the hole.
It's like a
Can we
hole
talk
where the
about how
ass would
somebody
be.
came in the fucking chat and their profile picture was just a gaping asshole?
What?
I'm not surprised. The algorithm is algorithming.
It's doing something, all right.
Like, we all wish Bailey would wear chaps.
Who says that?
Nick, squiggly line, squiggly line, squiggly line, Nick.
You're not familiar?
No.
Three Squiggle Nicholas?
I apologize to my friend Nick. I wasn't familiar with your game. My fault. Man, maybe I can watch Deadline now. I wonder if that's a thing I should do.
Maybe you should fucking Google what the fuck chaps are. That's what you should do.
Study up on your chap.
I do.
Okay, Kyle, where are you? Kyle, while you're here, Vince, just don't butt in. Shh. I'm
I'll mute
asking
myself.
Kyle. I'm asking the prettiest of Kyles, the Birdman. Where are you on the is a gore a spear?
Yeah, Gore's a spear. Yes, a gore is a spear. I mean, it's a spear is the root of the tree in
The
which branches
foundation.
come off. Yes, right, Vince.
Also, I feel bad now because it was Cambodian and I didn't mean to make fun of an actual language. I just thought
This squiggle over here, right? Who's with me?
hieroglyphs, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, what the hell? It
God
looks like
damn it, man.
wingdings.
You're gonna get us canceled.
One of
Rhino's
the best-
gore was one of the best spears because a gore is a spear.
The gore is the gore. Did you not see the RJ City interview with Adam Copeland?
Well,
He broke it down.
No, but
perfectly.
I did see an interview with Rhino where Rhino said that the only time a gore isn't a spear is if he doesn't win with it, but it's the same fucking move every time. It's just not a gore.
But there
when he
is a
doesn't win.
distinction. There is a
There's not.
distinction.
The
it's
only
the same
distinction
move
is
with a different name.
he says
When he hits the gore, do they yell spear or gore on commentary?
Is the
We-
jackknife not a power bomb?
No, it's the jackknife.
I don't know what I expected.
yeah,
Are
yeah, I
you
don't
gonna
know why.
sit here? Are you gonna sit here and tell me that the sharpshooter is completely different from the Scorpion Deathlock?
It's the same.
No, we're
fucking
not.
move.
We're not going to
Two
tell you that.
completely
You're going to
different
tell us
moves.
that.
Two completely different moves. One is
like
done
talking
with
to
the
a
right leg, and the other one is done with the left leg. Two different variations.
I don't think that's true.
Yes, it is.
I literally just think it's
When
a
Bret
wall
Hart
you're talking to.
Is the Batista bomb not just a power bomb? No, it is a Batista bomb. It's more animalistic.
It's
it's
the
the
same
Stone Cold-
fucking thing.
Is the Stone Cold Stunner, the Apocalypse, and the Chartbuster not all the same move?
I don't know.
I know
who the
one
other.
of those names.
I only know the first one. I don't know what the other two are. I think that's fiction.
Are those
Yeah.
other two from your backyard wrestling federation?
No, one would be Disco Inferno and one would be the Disciple in NWO. Just wait.
Who the fuck watches WCW unless they're forced to? Come on. In
I do.
2023, exactly. Unless they're forced to,
I
you're
might go
raise
watch
forced.
your
it. I might go watch it in bed after this.
I don't kink shame. You know, whatever gets you off and gets you there.
Yeah, I mean the wife's not here. I got to put something to get my rocks off.
She's in the basement.
Well, she's not up here, you know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but see,
Exactly.
that's a leg drop. That's just a leg drop in general. So he was just dropping a regular leg drop. That's why it's one of the worst finishes of all time.
No, it's because it's Hogan doing it, and he's a piece of fucking garbage.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
No, I just don't know why.
'Cause
you
there's
argue
distinctions.
with us on all
See,
of
look,
this.
if this were
It's
true,
the same move with different names.
if this were
Literally it.
true,
You're gonna get us kicked off.
see, that's completely different because he's just falling into it.
Matt, music.
You're gonna get us, yeah, you're gonna get the stream taken down, and then Travis gonna be like, "You guys can't play this. You can't play
You guys
that."
can't play YouTube videos anymore. We already
The gore's
talked
not a
about this.
spear, just like how the frog splash is not just a regular splash. You know, there's
That's not the same. The frog
It's-
splash is a different technique than a splash.
yeah, because it's froggier, and the gore is more
Well, no,
gory
it's a different
than the spear.
move.
The
because
gore
the
is done
splash, you're
by a
just jumping and
rhino. The
rolling.
spear is done by a human male or female or a human in general. Could be of extraterrestrial, you know, descent
I
as
don't-
well. But,
Got it.
but
Extraterrestrial descent?
yeah, yeah,
Is it ethnicity?
Thank you.
Aliens or okay?
yeah, something like
I
that.
can't
But
find a video of the Disciple doing the Apocalypse because
It's almost like nobody gives a shit about that.
oh man,
Who's going to YouTube? Well, let me upload. Maybe people are going to want to see this. What's it called?
the Apocalypse.
Just poof. The actual apocalypse.
However,
I
if you
wish.
type in the Apocalypse WCW, there are a bunch of clips of the Disciple and a match with him against one Lenny Lane.
Who's Lenny Lane?
Lois
Discount
Lane's
Chris
brother.
Jericho.
Doesn't he do like the delayed vertical suplex? Wasn't that his thing? I've heard
Who?
that reference
Lenny
in
Lane?
other Lenny Lane. Yeah,
Probably.
I think that's his thing.
I don't think I've seen Lenny Lane win a match yet in 1998, so I couldn't tell you.
Ow.
Oh, all right. Okay, hold on.
Do you
Feels like-
recognize the Disciple?
Yeah, it's beef jizz, right?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Brutus beef.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. The Booty Man.
Oh yeah, I don't like
Best
him either.
version of him is the Booty Man. Love the Booty Man and the Booty Babe. Mostly the Booty Babe.
He's a Jason. He's Hulk Hogan to Jason, so I don't give a fuck.
Am I sharing my screen? There we go.
There it is.
Am I sharing my screen?
Sharon is carrying. What is this? What am I looking at?
Goosh!
See, now that's more
Now
of
that-
an that's more of a
More of a
diamond
what?
cutter. That's more of a diamond
Oh,
cutter.
so that's not really how he was doing it, but yeah, no, that would be a diamond cutter. So
Not
that-
the
a
diamond cutter,
diamond
same
cutter. It's diamond cutter similar. Looks
RKO.
like an RKO and the diamond cutter are two completely different moves. Come on, guys.
Aren't those the same fucking thing?
No.
Someone
the
with
setups, the
Matt,
setups
isn't that
are
the same
different.
thing?
Oh, there's a
Great
whole
job.
interview of him talking about.
And literally that interview, he says the only time a gore is not a spear is if he doesn't get a 3 count with it, which means it's
I
a
don't know.
spear.
Which means there's a distinction as to when it becomes a gore. Adding more lore to the gore lore. You know, adding more credence to the lore.
Gore lore.
Gore lore.
You're a gore whore.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're making me agoraphobic.
It's okay.
I
You'll get over your agoraphobia.
Is that
Do you-
fear of gore? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
Of the gore,
Well, fear
not
of someone
of
saying
gore.
the gore is not a spear. That's what I'm afraid.
No,
of.
it's just a fear of the wrestling move, the gore, not of gory material.
no.
Did anyone
you
else
just-
notice that I titled this post show cuddles?
Yeah, post
yeah.
I like it. I thought you did it by design. I honestly thought it was Kyle that did it somehow. He somehow had
He
access
has
to this.
literally no access.
I
to
hacked
this.
into the mainframe to just change your banner.
Yeah, there you go.
You could.
Because it seems like something Kyle would say. It's like post show cuddles.
So
I
I
don't think
can't
I've ever
show
said that.
music videos, but I feel like if there's a song, because that song is up on YouTube and it's not pulled down, so I feel like if I share that, I'm okay because it's not a music video.
Do you really want
But
to
it's
test that
the
theory,
song
that awesome
itself.
theory out though?
It's more so-
I don't
it's
even
more
know
so
if the
the song
Disco
itself.
Fever song is copyrighted. To be honest with you,
I mean, is post-show cuddles included in the what gets uploaded to YouTube?
no, but Travis will yell at me if they strike us or say, so like Katie and I are fans of Ash Nico, and we were talking with, I think, Will after a show, and I played an Ash Nico music video, and then YouTube didn't like that I played the music video, even though the music video is on YouTube, but it was posted by Ash Nico, and like her music company's copyright. This was just some random dude made a fucking Disco Inferno clip of him doing his finisher and put the song in front of it. This wasn't like an official WWE thing where they can come back and be like, "Ah, nah."
Well, here's a simple solution: end the stream and then play the video.
What video?
Whatever video you were gonna fucking share just now.
We
whatever.
don't. We don't need the video.
We already watched it, Vince. I shared it, and then Katie's like, music, because the disco.
Oh, I thought
Fever
you were
song
gonna
is
play
playing.
something
We did
else.
that.
I thought you were gonna play something else.
No.
Well, you can end the stream because I mean, like, nothing against Nick. Like, thank you for being here. You know, from
I don't
Cambodia.
think it's here anymore.
Squiggle line, Nick.
Squiggle on out of here, Nick.
I think you got sick of your gore bullshit. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Deuces. Thanks for having me.